for the Snowbirds, and I think they're going to come up with it.
Look like Conrad Cordy there on the recovery. Good onside kick by the Snowbirds.
An aggressive call to open up the game for Coach O'Connell and the Snowbirds, and we're underway. Snowbirds 1-0, coming off a big win last week, home versus Central Lake. And Forest Area struggled against Pellston, and the Snowbirds have a nice start to this game. They'll start on offense at the Forest Area 43-yard line.
Yeah, we saw that on-cut side kick look a couple times last week, Coach. Or Passer looks we're going to see that a couple more times today, probably.
Well, 1 for 1. That's a pretty good start for the Snowbirds. Jeffers will start at quarterback for the Snowbirds. He'll go under center. Jeffers has it. 1st and 10. We're going to get our first flag of the ball game on the first play from scrimmage. And a little bit of movement on the Snowbird side, it looks like, Brady.
Yeah, it looks like false start there in the Snowbirds probably, and that was one of the problems last week. We thought they'd try to clean it up in practice this week, but it looks like they're going to be running again.
An encroachment violation. Someone must line up in the neutral zone, I'm assuming, Brady, on the snap, because we got that encroachment violation. So they'll start 5 yards back, 1st and 15, just on the other side of the 50. Jeffers again, under center. Brody's got it. He hands it off and up the left side near the original line of scrimmage. Is that Grody, Brady? Chris Grody gets the first touch for the Snowbirds.
Chris Grody for the Snowbirds did a great job last week, so he's probably going to get a couple more touches this week, senior this year.
A couple touchdowns for Grody last week, if I remember correctly, or no?
I don't remember, to be honest with you. A lot of people scored last week.
Jack, yeah, that's for sure, in a 57-6 victory over the Trojans. Jeffers goes under center again, I formation this time. Grody will lead the way for Koshoniak, number 10, the senior. He's got it, breaks a couple tackles, gets down to the 37 and the 36-yard line, so that'll make a 3rd down manageable. I like that look, Brady. Have Grody go on at a fullback position.
The QB lead on the toss is tough. And then if you saw Sam Cersei on the backside, got a pancake about 15 yards downfield.
Attaboy, Sammy.
Yeah, great blocking by the Snowbirds. Hopefully they can keep that up throughout this game.
I like this I formation. Grody's big. He's physical. He's listed at 230 tonight, leading the way for Koshoniak. I don't know how they like the starting quarterback lead blocking. They fake a toss, hand up to Grody up the middle. He's going to be close to a Snowbird first down, but it looks like he's going to mark him about a yard short.
Yeah, 4th and 1 for the Snowbirds. I think we all know what Coach O'Connell's going to do here. Give it to the senior, Chris Koshoniak. That's what I would expect.
Well, he's certainly not going to punt, not at the 34-yard line. I don't know if he'd punt anywhere on the field in the first drive of the game. Maybe he's on his own side of his 20-yard line.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
He's an aggressive guy.
There's the call. Chris Koshoniak's got it up the right side on the toss play and just getting across. So the Snowbirds able to pick up a first down after backing themselves up 5 before the first play from scrimmage, but they got her done. Chris Koshoniak with a 4-yard run and a first down.
Yeah, that Forest Area defense definitely swarming, doing some gang tackles here, so that should be good for them. That's one thing Central Lake wasn't able to do. They were trying to do one-on-ones the whole game.
Yeah, that's not going to work against or they get a couple yards on that. Koshoniak checks back in the game for Cordy. Brady, is that a setup play there? I mean, we've seen it twice already, fake the toss and hand up the middle. One of these times they're going to just toss it to Chris on the outside.
Yeah, exactly. Chris is an awesome option on the outside, so he's definitely got the speed for it, so they're looking to fake that and run it inside as much as they can and then pop one on the outside.
Coach O'Connell wants his first time out. Snowbirds facing a 2nd and 7, 8:49 to play early on here in the first quarter at Forest Area. I want to thank one of our sponsors for tonight's matchup. Need help buying or selling a home but not sure who to turn to? Your local Berkshire Hathaway affiliates Nancy Jacob and Leslie Burrows are here to help. Don't wait. Call them today at 989-614-3327. So a good opening first quarter and first drive for the Snowbirds here. 3.5 into this first quarter. It's been Grody and Koshoniak primarily for the Snowbirds, and they've been keeping it on the ground.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else has touched the ball. Defensively, Matthew Kowalczyk has a couple tackles here, the nose guard, number 20.
The Warriors, like I said, coming off a tough loss last week up at Pellston. Pellston looks to be a pretty solid team this year, Brady. They have Bel Air tonight. They're traveling to Bel Air in this new Ski Valley 8-man conference. It's kind of nice, Brady. When I went to high school, this was the conference, Ski Valley. So now we're back into that Ski Valley with the majority, of course, without Joburg and Mansalona in it. But a majority of those Ski Valley teams from when I went to school are back in it. Koshoniak takes the toss. Not a lot of room. A gang tackle there by the Warriors. Coming up first from that was 70, Luke McCloyd. And I think 44 was in there again, Dylan Dennis.
Yeah, the left side of the Snowbirds line definitely not getting as big a push as the right side here early on.
Nate Starsenich over there on that left side of the line for the Snowbirds.
Nate's a junior, first year on varsity, so definitely one game under his belt, so he'll improve as the season goes on.
Jeffers under center, I formation. The give is to Cordy, and he bursts ahead enough for the first down. He's inside the 10. It'll be first and goal for the Snowbirds, so just kind of a methodical drive here for St. Mary's. Take their few yards where they can get them and pick up the first down and move the chains.
Yeah, Coach O'Connell definitely loves this. 5 yards at a time, that's what he wants to play, power football.
You guys didn't do a lot of 5 yards at a time last year, and really they didn't do a lot of 5 yards at a time last week either.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of big plays last week. Jeffers under center. Handoff right up the middle. Number 3, Dom Keister gets his first touch of the night, and he is down inside the 5, and the Snowbirds will have second and goal from about the 4.
Yeah, a lot of very similar-looking guys for the Snowbirds here. Dom Keister, Conrad Cordy, Chris Kashoniak, Chris Grody, all very strong, powerful runners. For
the athleticism that the Snowbird team graduated last year, there's still a lot of athletes that can touch the ball, and as we've seen early on, they'll give it to pretty much any of those 4 or 5 guys that you just mentioned.
Yeah, we definitely still have a very strong senior class here this year.
Jeffers under center, split back. Oh, he tried to hand it to Kashoniak. The ball is loose, and I think Forrest Area might have got on that. We'll see what the official signal is Forrest Area. They come up with the football and a big goal line stand for the Warriors and a drive killer for St. Mary's. Just a little miscommunication on the handoff there, Brady?
Yeah, it looked like something like that. Maybe Chris got hit right as he was getting the ball. Might have not been ready for it. Oh, yeah, that nose guard again, big hit.
Yeah, he was in there immediately, and he pretty much took the handoff from Chris Kashoniak. Nothing he or Brody Jeffers could do. And so the Warriors will take over inside their own 5-yard line, and we'll see if this Snowbird defense, which only gave up 6 points last week, can step up yet again.
Yeah, definitely not what you want to see in your opening kickoff. Big momentum swing here for Forest Area.
47 yards down the field. They get to the 4-yard line and turn it over. So Forest Area goes to the shotgun. Their quarterback and leader, Josh Saylor. He sends a man in motion. That's Lane Lindsay going to his left. He's going to keep it himself, and he's right at the goal line, wrapped up. I think he just got out of the goal line to avoid the safety.
Ian Cool there was really quick in the backfield.
We were talking off air before the game, Brady. He had how many tackles for loss last week?
He had 7 last week.
Unbelievable.
Correction here. That's actually Logan Cherry.
Oh, okay. Logan getting in there. And a big TFL.
Ian Cool sidelining for now. Must be a different formation and group they're working with.
Okay.
Now.
Patrick Ballinger up there up front for the Snowbirds.
Yeah, another standout defensively. Dylan Croft, 24, a freshman, but he played great last week.
He's a solid athlete. I had the opportunity to coach him 8th grade basketball last winter, and he was fun to coach. And I think we're going to have movement left tackle position. Or is that a guard in 8-man football, Brady? The guy to the left of the center, but he's also the outside formation on the line?
It is a guard.
It's a guard.
Another guy outside of him. So that'd be
okay. It's just weird to see the outside guy on the line down as a guard. St. Mary's, of course, in their second-year 8-man football. This is the first competition that they've had against Forest Area in 8-man. And the Warriors are backed up as far back as you can go onto their guard line. They'll have second down and 14. And we're going to take a first break of the game. We'll step aside with audio here. You're watching live on Next Level Broadcasting. Timeouts break here at Forest Area. We're back. I'm Pat O'Connor, joined tonight by Brady Hunter, Charles Strail, Alex Pudvin, Luke Datema. The ball is snapped and no one gets it, and just jumping on it, the Snowbirds, and that's going to be a touchdown. No one really knew what was going on. A defensive touchdown for Dylan Acevedo. All right, you don't get on offense, but 3 plays later, you get the defensive touchdown. Oh, sorry, Brady. I got to get your mic on. There we go.
Yeah, Snowbirds take it any way they can. Dylan Acevedo, great athlete, got in the backfield on that ball before the forced error really know what was going on.
They broke the timeout, and there must have been some miscommunication on the snap because the quarterback did not know that ball was coming and went right over his head. And
yeah, I'm assuming they were trying to do a hard count, trying to get off the goal line. But yeah, miscommunication there at the center and the quarterback.
Try to draw the Snowbirds off sides, get off the goal line exactly. But some miscommunication there. Maybe the center was busy doing something else during the timeout. He missed the call. So the Snowbirds will go for 2. Jeffers back under center. They're going to do a little handoff to Chris Kashoniak. Trying to get the corner. He will get to the pylon. The 2-point conversion is good.
Great run by Chris Kashoniak. He had 2 guys to beat, and he beat both of them to the corner.
You know, you just got to get to that orange pylon, and Chris dove for it, and he got it. And 2 more points for the Snowbirds. So not exactly how you pictured their first drive going with the fumble down at the 2-yard line, but just 2 plays from scrimmage later, they pick up the fumble in the end zone, and the Snowbirds lead 8-0.
Yeah, interesting start for sure. I'm assuming we'll see that onside kick again. Tristan Glasby does a great job with that.
Is that their style every time, Brady? I mean, just to kick that onside and just go 10 yards? And
it was about 50% last game.
Okay.
Until it got out of hand, they were doing it. So I'm assuming we'll see it for a while tonight.
We'll see it for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like you said, well executed. They let it just go 10 yards, and then they jump up and get it. Most professional leagues can't even do that.
Yeah, they got 8 people running the ball, so it's tough to cover it as a defense or a receiving team.
What's it like? You obviously played an 8-man and 11-man football. What's it like onside kicks?
Yeah, 8-man is 10 times easier to get onside kicks
okay.
than 11-man. Yeah, we did it all the time last year. Just boots up the sideline, and if you have somebody fast enough just running up the sideline, you can get there because there's just so much space. We also had a great kicker, though, Alex Pudvin.
Alex Pudvin running the camera tonight for us here on Next Level Broadcasting. Nice shout out there. Charles Stray, Luke Danema down below us. We're up here in the press box. Beautiful night for football. We got the window open here in the press box, and really couldn't ask for a better night.
Yeah, it's about 75, sunny, a little breeze from the southwest, but not much. Pretty much dead, and it's great weather for football.
Be good weather for flying a plane too tonight, right, Brady?
Yeah, with that.
Nice and dry, not a lot of wind.
Now, we did see this once last week. Dylan takes a kick
there it is.
right in front of him.
Yep, Dylan took it. Now, here we go. Snowbirds are close again on it. They almost got an onside kick 30 yards up the field.
Yeah, Dominic Keister really fast to the ball there. Scary for the forced area players there.
So that was Dylan. You think that Tristan Glasby is going to come up and kick it, and then was that Dylan Crawford just kicked off for Snowbirds?
Tristan acts like he's going to come up and kick it just like the other plays, and then same lineup, but Dylan just boots it up in the air right over about 10 yards. It lands and then rolls a little bit.
Little different intricacies of 8-man football that you don't see in the 11-man game.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely, Coach O'Connell's having a blast over there, messing around with all the new stuff. He loves it.
Very successful year last year, obviously. Deep playoff run, came up short. We don't need to talk about that, though. Yeah. I won't bring that up again. Forrest area back on offense in the gun. Josh Saylor. Quick toss out to the right side. Nice play there by, that's number 2, Lane Lindsay, make the first man miss. Was that Keister in there first? I think it was. Keister got beat on a nice little sidestep by Lane Lindsay.
Yeah, Lane Lindsay, great athlete here for the Forest area. One of the best receivers they're probably going to face this year. He's real quick, real fast, great basketball player too.
You said you played a little hoops with him, Brady?
Yeah, I did. Played against him, I think, 2 years, maybe 3.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a great defender. But yeah, first real offensive play we see there from Forest area. Otherwise, they were back there on their 4-yard line, so that's not real. No plays are running.
Not much you can do right there. You're trying to get a couple yards out, but we saw him air it out. Staying in the gun, Jake McGee. They'll spread it out. They're going to send Lane in motion. They're going to give it right to Lane up the left side, looking for the corner. He's going to get it past Keister. Tried to get past. I believe that was Conrad Cordy out there, and Cordy was able to knock him out of bounds near the first down marker for Forest area. It'll be 3rd and about a half a yard for the Warriors.
Yeah, Ian Cool looks like a caged animal over there on the sideline, just dying to get in the game. Wonder why Coach O's holding him back so far.
I don't know. Who knows what would have happened, but yeah, big number 55. You can see him over there. He's chomping at the bit.
Looks like all Coach Cherry can do to hold him off the field. It looks like they have a little faster lineup. They got Sam Sursley at the nose, and then Patrick Bellinger goes on a 3-tech, and then Dylan Acevedo as an end, it looks like.
Okay. They're going to quarterback keeper trying to get that 1 yard. He's going to reverse field out to the outside, and he's got some space chasing him down. Conrad Cordy, he'll knock him out of bounds. Dom Keister was there too. But a huge first down pickup, give him 27 yards on that one. And Josh Saylor looked like it was just going to be QB draw up the middle. He bounced it to the outside and found some space.
Yeah, that's what we're going to see most of the night from Forest area. Number 2 and number 12 carrying most of the offense for the Warriors.
You can go ahead and remember their names. That's Saylor and Lindsay. They're going to be getting the majority of these touches. Two great athletes for the Forest area Warriors, and they all of a sudden are driving with their first down, and they're at the St. Mary 36.
Yeah, St. Mary's outside contained definitely's got to pick up their presence there. They let him slide right out on the QB draw.
They let Ian Cool out of his cage, it looked like.
Yeah, he looks ready to go.
He's checked in. We'll see if he can make an impact here on this first play right over the ball.
Yeah, I talked about it a bit earlier, but 7 tackle for losses last week by Ian Cool.
He's going to look to break up some of these plays. Gets a little bit of pressure on the quarterback. Nice toss up the left side, and it is gone. A touchdown for the Warriors. 36 yards, Josh Saylor to Lane Lindsay. And you said it, Brady. Those are the two guys to watch, and they connect for a big bomb there up the left side.
Yeah, just a perfect pass by the quarterback there. Dropped it right in the basket, hit him in stride, and no way Snowbirds can defend that one.
Had quite a bit of time there, too, to Josh Saylor. He was able to set his feet, make a read, but I think he knew from the beginning that he was going to Lane up the left side.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. And great scouting by the Warriors. Sent 2 guys at Ian Cool, so he wasn't able to get back there.
So the Warriors will go for 2.
Yeah, we see a lot of that, Nate, man. It's just too easy to block extra points. So
Okay.
a lot of teams go for 2.
They finally get the clock to stop. Now they're going to run it. It was running that whole time. 4:47 to play. Warriors down by 2. He's going to try to keep it himself, but getting wrapped. Oh, no, he breaks the tackle. What an effort there. But third and fourth guy finally able to get to him. My goodness. Finally knocking him down was Brody Jeffers. He was wrapped up twice.
Yeah, Dylan Acevedo chased him down in the backfield. It looked like Toph. Christopher Kashoniak may have got him by the ankles, and then Brody finished him. But yeah, nearly got that 2-point.
It looked like he was down, and then it looked like he was going to get it. And then it looked like he was down again, and then, like you said, Jeffers finished him off. So after the Forest area touchdown, we'll step aside, lead. It's 8-6. You're watching and listening live on Next Level Broadcasting. Welcome back to high school football here on Next Level Broadcasting. I'm Pat O'Connor, joined tonight by Brady Hunter, former quarterback of the St. Mary's Snowbirds. Snowbirds lead the Forest Area Warriors by 2 here on the road. Just talking off air, Brady, a little offensive showdown tonight, a little bit different than the one-sided, lopsided victory we had at Central Lake last week.
Yeah, we're definitely hoping for that. As a broadcaster, it's great to see an offensive battle. And, yeah, a lot of effort out of number 12 on that that 2-point conversion, although he didn't get it. The senior put a lot of effort into that play.
Warriors will kick it off, and I don't think you can kick it twice.
Yeah, accidentally kicked it twice. That's a penalty. I don't know if it comes off now or if they're able to, or if they're allowed to re-kick or not.
O'Connell will probably just take the ball if he can.
Yeah, if he's gets a chance to get it in his hands, he won't give it up.
Don't need to mess around with any of these onside kicks. We'll see what the call is. They're going to back him up from the 40-yard line. And it looks like they're going to re-kick.
Yeah,
That's
interesting. Definitely gives a little advantage. I didn't quite know that was the ruling on that.
Coach O'Connell's having a discussion with the official on the far side. Wondering if he's going to have to send his guys back out. But that's what they'll do.
Yeah, one of the many intricacies of 8-man football, the onside kicks.
Yeah. We'll see if they go for an onside again. Little squib kick and just hopping on it right away.
Looks like Daniel Smith over there with the covering up the onside. Yeah, a little second baseman out there. Great for those onside recoveries.
He's solid at second base, and he's solid on the hands team, too. I mean, really, I guess, Brady, if there's an onside kick, you just want to cover it. I mean, you're not looking for any sort of return. Just get on it and get the ball and let your offense go to work.
Yeah, no one you'd rather have than a guy who's just going to catch the ball no matter what and lay down.
Yep. Jeffers out. This time he's in the gun for the Snowbirds.
Dom Keister on the outside.
Jeffers, the give to Koshoniak, a stiff arm up the left side. He's got 10, 15, 20 yards, and he's going to step out of bounds before any contact can be made by Jake McGee.
A great block there by Dominic Keister. Blocked down, and the linebacker took two guys with him.
A lot of speed out there for Dom Keister, and he's not afraid to hit anyone either.
No, yeah, Dom's played on varsity a couple of years, got a lot of experience. One of the more experienced players on this team for sure, him and Christopher.
Now Koshoniak's going to go to the quarterback position. They're going to have Jeffers out to the left side of the slot. Koshoniak's going to look to throw, but we have a false start, a little bit of movement.
Looks like it's on the Forest area.
Oh, okay, no. It was against St. Mary's, it looks like. The original signal was a false start, but he pointed towards Forest area. Now they'll back the Snowbirds up 5. So, Brady, because of one of the COVID restrictions is that you have to spot your own football. Well,
yeah, it's definitely interesting. Sucks to move your own ball backwards.
Yeah, exactly. No running room there for Koshoniak. A big hit, number 44. Again, we'll call his name, Dylan Dennis, right up the middle. Gives Koshoniak nothing. That was a nice hit by Dennis, too.
Yeah, defensive line by the Warriors doing great, getting a lot of penetration and just getting in the backfield really easy.
Moving your own ball back would not be fun, but I don't think it'd be fun to spot your ball after you get hit like that either.
Yeah, that's also not something you look forward to as a quarterback for sure.
Koshoniak was back to throw originally. Now he's going to hang on to it and run. He makes two men miss and spins again. Chris Koshoniak, he's tough to find and tough to get down. He picks up about 10.5, 11 yards for the Snowbirds, so they'll have a manageable 3rd and short.
Yeah, Chris Koshoniak, one of the best runners in this league for sure. Very quick and fast, able to make those small cuts that a lot of guys are going to miss on.
Back-to-back similar cuts to his left and just nothing for the Warriors to do. Chris Koshoniak, he's quarterbacking on this play. He sends Brody Jeffers in motion. No, Brody Jeffers is going to take the snap. Okay. That's a nice little wrinkle.
Yeah, false start there by the Snowbirds again.
So it's by design, right, Brady? It's not like they're running a one quarterback system and there's a backup quarterback. Both these guys, Koshoniak and Jeffers, can take the snap, but I would imagine that there might be some cadence issues here. Do they use silent count? Should there be any of that false start, do you think?
Yeah, that false start definitely a problem for the Snowbirds, and he got lucky the first time Chris Grody did, but then he did the second time they called it.
Right.
Yeah, got to clean up those penalties. It's just killing them.
Is it a cadence thing, though? I mean, when you're switching quarterbacks around, or should it not be an issue with them?
We at St. Mary's, we try to keep it really similar. We've done this a couple times with different quarterbacks, so it shouldn't be that problem, but if it is, yeah, they got to fix that.
It's Koshoniak this time, out to pass, a little swing pass to Cordy. He's got to make one man miss, and he's not able to. Really nice open field tackle there by who else? Josh Saylor, the QB for the Warriors, making the play, but it looks like he got just enough yardage for the first down, and the Snowbirds will move the chains at the Forest area 20-yard line. 2:46 to play in the first quarter. Snowbirds lead 8-6.
Yeah, Conrad Cordy, big 6'4" running back, and when he gets low, it's hard to stop him on the spot. So yeah, hit the man and went 4 more yards.
Koshoniak sends Jeffers in motion to the left. He's going to step up to pass, and just out of the reach of Dom Keister on the slant route. He might have had 6 if he was able to connect on that one.
Yeah, great route by Dominic Keister. Quick slant on the outside. He was able to get 2 steps on his defender.
Chris Koshoniak looks to the sideline for the play call, along with the rest of the Snowbirds. He'll take this snap. Keister, Jeffers out to his left. Tristan Glassby out to his right. Right next to him, Conrad Cordy. Ball snap is fumbled, and Koshoniak able to hop on it. Almost another turnover for the Snowbirds in there to mix things up. Braden Lounsbury, I thought he might have jumped on it, but Chris got there.
Yeah, Koshoniak able to get back there, but bad snap by the Snowbirds moves him back another lot of yards. 3rd and very long here for the Snowbirds.
We'll call it 3rd and 22. They got to get all the way to the Forest area 10-yard line. Of course, you got 2 plays to do it. It's not like you're going to kick or punt in this situation. So try to get a good chunk of them here and set yourself up for a manageable 4th down.
Yeah, looks like they got Chris in shotgun, Brody Jeffers on the outside on one, and then Dom on the other side.
Conrad Cordy next to Chris on his right. He's got it. A lot of pressure. He swings it out to Cordy, able to stay on his feet, and he is knocked out of bounds just before that original line of scrimmage by Lane Lindsay there on the outside. So the Snowbirds will have about a 4th and 11. So you pick up a decent chunk of it there, and you got to get the rest of it here on 4th down.
Yeah, great run by Conrad Cordy. He's got to try and stay in bounds, get a couple more yards there, get it within 10 for the Snowbirds. But I expect another pass here by the Snowbirds.
Just kind of leaked Cordy out there to the right side. Pressure was too much for Chris Koshoniak to handle, so he just dumped it out to his outlet valve. This time, Cordy goes to the left slot. Koshoniak's there all alone. He's going to throw a deep ball up the left side for Dom Keister. He made the catch. That is a touchdown. What a catch. Dom Keister in the left corner of the end zone. And a great pass by Chris Koshoniak. 22 yards, Koshoniak to Keister. And the Snowbirds lead by 8.
Great senior-to-senior connection there. But, yeah, perfect pass by Koshoniak right in the basket in the corner of the end zone for Dom.
And, I mean, that was almost out of the reach of Dom, but he put it where the defender couldn't get it. And Dom, right off the fingertips, able to corral it before he stumbled out of bounds. And the Snowbirds will go for 2 again with an 8-point lead. Buck 6 to play in the first quarter. Jeffers in motion, but Koshoniak keeps it, and he is into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So he's 2 for 2 on the QB keepers, and the Snowbirds lead is 10, 16-6.
Yeah, it looked like a little option there for the Snowbirds. But, yeah, easy run for Koshoniak, right up the gut, one guy to beat, and he did it.
That was a nice throw by Chris on that touchdown play. I mean, he had 2 guys in his face right away. He just had to step up, plant his foot, and let her rip.
Yeah, he got hammered. Number 2 on the defense for Forest area, all over the field, making great plays and a lot of energy he's bringing to that team.
So the Snowbirds get another score and the 2-point conversion. They're up by 10, minute 6 to play in the first quarter. We're going to step aside when we come back. We'll have the rest of this first quarter on Next Level Broadcasting. Glasby will put it on the tee for the Snowbirds. We're back here. 1 minute, 6 seconds to play in the first quarter. I'm Pat O'Connor, joined tonight by Brady Hunter. Luke Datema on the laptop, making sure things are all synced up. Alex Pudvin on the camera for Next Level Broadcasting tonight. And we'll see what the Snowbirds decide to do here. Tristan Glasby looks like he's going to get the kick. And he's going to do another onside kick. And a nice recovery there for Forest area, just grabbing it and falling on it. I believe that was number 50, Bradley Lounsbury for the Warriors.
Yeah, good hands team. It's hard to recover those kicks in 8-man, but yeah, great job by number 50 for the Warriors.
I mean, for me, it'd be difficult to recover that even in 11-man. If you're on that first line and the ball's coming at you and you got 8 guys running right at you, there's a lot of pressure just to make that catch cleanly and get down as quick as you
exactly.
can.
You better catch it and get on the ground because there's 8 people trying to hit you.
Snowbirds defense got burned last time on a 22-yard or a 36-yard pass. It was Saylor to Lindsay up the left side. So we'll see if they can tighten up that secondary. And the Snowbirds look to have better success on defense as the Warriors take over just on their side of the 50. Saylor's in the gun, sends Lindsay in defense or in motion. Oh, they do a little reverse of field there, and a big stiff arm going up the right side, and a touchdown saving tackle made by Keister. What a stiff arm and a little counter play there for Jake McGee. Goes big for the Warriors.
Yeah, great setup for that play. They know 2 is a big key for Forest area, so they knew the Snowbirds would be going with that motion, and they did, and ran it right back. Great counter.
They've sent them in motion a lot here in this first quarter, and then they just a little bit of counter over to the right side, and a nice stiff arm leveled there by Jake McGee. and he went for a big first down, 24 yards up the field, and the Warriors have it at the Snowbirds 27, picking up right where they left off on their last drive.
Yeah, Forrester, you're getting big chunk plays. Not a lot of consistency, but when they get them, it's a lot of yards.
Saylor in the gun, McGee to his left. He's going to drop back to pass. Saylor, he makes the connection, and yards after catch. Here we go. It's Lindsey. He breaks 3 tackles, and he's gone. Touchdown, Warriors. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of energy brought by number 2 for the Warriors. Great run there. 3 or 4 tackles there, broke the pack.
I mean, it was a 5-yard little button hook, and he just turned around, and he made everyone miss, and he made his way to the end zone.
Yeah, great athlete there for the Warriors.
So Lane Lindsey gets his second touchdown again on the connection from Josh Saylor. This time, Lindsey did all the work. It was just a short little throw for Saylor.
Yeah, Snowbirds just playing man defense right now. They might need to switch that up. They're having trouble covering number 2.
Put a couple safeties back there, you think? Sit them in his zone and
yeah, cover
keep
2
him
maybe.
in front
I
of
don't
you.
know. Got him on the outside now. ISO with Conrad Cordy, the senior.
We'll see if Josh Saylor will look that way. Got it in the gun. Oh, nice pass, batted down right away by Chris Kashoniak. They tried to make it look like they were going to do a little run to the right, but you knew it was going to come back to Lindsey on the left side.
Yeah, definitely best option for the Warriors right now is Lindsey on the outside. He's fast.
So 2 touchdowns apiece, both for the Snowbirds and the Warriors. The difference has been the Snowbirds' 2-point conversion, so they lead by 4 with 46 seconds to play in the first quarter. We'll step aside and have the last 46 seconds when we come back on Next Level Broadcasting. Welcome back to Snowbird Football here on Next Level Broadcasting. St. Mary up on the Warriors 16-12, and they'll receive this kickoff. Another little squib kick, and jumping on it right away for the Snowbirds was – who was over there? He's still got the ball in his hands. I don't have a number on it yet.
It looks like Tristan Glasby for the Snowbirds. Number 11.
Number 11. Oh, that's Dylan Acevedo. He was able to jump on it right away for St. Mary's at the 49-yard. I got to admit, there's a lot of drives in 8-man football that start at the 49-yard line, aren't there, just from that onside kick attempt?
Yeah, that onside kick, definitely effective, but hard to complete.
Snowbirds will break the huddle. They get ready for another drive.
Yeah, Warriors defense looks like it's coming out in a 3-3 with 2 cornerbacks.
See how the Snowbirds want to attack it. Jeffers, Grody to his right. Oh, it's a high snap, and Kashoniak able to fall on it. Brody, Brady, there's no time to have a bad snap. I mean, this Warrior front 3 is getting a lot of good pressure on St. Mary's.
Yeah, definitely. The offensive line for the Snowbirds definitely has to pick it up here in the end of the first half, and then going in the second half, they got to really step up that blocking by the offensive line.
Both backs split out wide now for the Snowbirds. Kashoniak has it. He looks to throw. He has a little bit of time this time, going right up the middle. It's going to be picked off, though, and Jeffers will wrap him up and make the tackle at the 35. But it's Lane Lindsey sitting in center field, and he makes the interception for the Warriors. Another Snowbird turnover.
Yeah, again, Lane Lindsey making a lot of plays all over the place. Yeah, Chris had a lot of time, just didn't quite have the arm to get it over about another 15 yards he needed to get it to Dom Keister, it looked like, over the middle.
Yeah, Dom Keister looked like he was running a little skinny post route, but Lane Lindsey sitting in center field, and that ball was definitely underthrown I think Chris maybe had a little bit more time than he thought on that play. He could have stepped up and made a little bit better throw.
Yeah, Forest area definitely dropped a little more than they were sending most of the time. So, yeah, hard read for the quarterback.
So Snowbird turnover, Warriors take over. 7 seconds to play in the first quarter. Snowbird defense needs to stop here on this possession. Saylor got it. Throws out to Lindsay, makes the first man miss. And not going to be able to make the last guy miss, and he gets knocked out of bounds. And that will be the end of the first quarter. So the Snowbirds lead is 4, but the Warriors have the ball back, and they'll be driving when we return to live coverage of Snowbirds football on Next Level Broadcasting. All right, we're ready to get things going here in the second quarter. Snowbirds lead the Warriors 16-12. Brady Hunter, obviously a couple turnovers for the Snowbirds. How do you clean those up in the second quarter?
Yeah, definitely focus for the Snowbirds is going to be a main point so far in the first quarter. Hopefully that trend doesn't continue in the second. But, yeah, turnovers and penalties, huge for the Snowbirds here. They'd probably have another score or two on the board if it wasn't for that.
Warriors have it, 2nd and 6. Sailor's going to keep it this time and not a lot of room to run. Nice job in there by the Snowbird front. Coming up late was Jeffers, but in there first and making the main tackle. Is that Bellinger in there, number 52? Or 56, I'm sorry. That was Logan Cherry that time on the tackle.
Yeah, Logan Cherry and Nate Starsenich definitely big players here in this game. Got a 2-3 techs, pretty big guys, both juniors, I believe.
Trying to disrupt that inside run game, but really the damage has been done in the passing game for the Warriors. Both their touchdowns coming on passes from Josh Saylor to Lane Lindsay. 3rd and 7, we'll see if they go back to the air. And that's going to be offsides. That time Nate Starsenich just got caught leaning a little bit, and a little flinch, goes into the neutral zone, and he gets a 5-yard penalty. So a third and 5.5 turns into a 3rd and a half of a yard.
Yeah, definitely lack of focus here for the Snowbirds in the first half. Second game of the season, though, they got some time to clean it up. Every quarter of football you play helps. Hopefully they'll just get more comfortable as this game goes on in the season.
Just underway here in the second quarter. 11:20 to play in that second quarter.
One-on-one matchup to watch here, number 2 for the Warriors and number 5 for the Snowbirds.
We got a penalty, and they're going to say offsides on Cordy. He must have just lined up offsides. And he was definitely lined up offsides, Brady. I mean, his heels were on the 45-yard line, and I think the line of scrimmage was the 45-yard line, so his whole feet were offsides.
Yeah, pretty common mistake to make. First-year varsity player didn't check with the official to make sure he was lined up correctly.
It's obviously common for the receivers to check with the official if they're off or on the line, but defensive backs, cornerbacks, they do that as well up on the line?
Yeah, exactly. Defensive back, if you're going to press like Conrad is here, you got to make sure you're off the line.
That's an easy call for the official to make, too. So it's a first down, and nice pressure in there, and grabbing it by the shoestrings for the Snowbirds was Dylan Acevedo. Another nice play. He had the defensive touchdown for the Snowbirds in the first quarter, and a nice tackle for loss there by Dylan.
Yeah, Sam Searsley and him getting in the backfield really well. Dylan Acevedo, an undersized defensive lineman, but he is what he lacks in size, he makes up for in quickness and intelligence. He's all over the ball tonight.
He just shot a gap there, and he was in there, and he was all over Josh Saylor. Then he just kind of held on for dear life because we've seen Josh Saylor break a few tackles so far here tonight.
Yeah, again, great athletes, 12-2, just running the field for the Warriors.
Well, we put stars next to their names at the beginning of the game. We knew that they'd be very athletic and make some plays, and they have not disappointed so far here. And here's Saylor. He's at the bottom of your screen, or excuse me, that's Lindsey. Saylor, of course, the quarterback. And again, press coverage here by Conrad, leaving him out here on an island. Is this a little bit of a test for Conrad, you think, early on? I thought I heard a whistle.
That sounded like an early whistle.
But no flags or anything.
Yeah, great defense by Conrad there on the outside. Looked like a design quarterback draw, though, for number 12. Just broken up by the Snowbirds. Got him about 3 yards.
That's a big assignment for Conrad here on the near side, going one-on-one. Really no safety help up top. It's Conrad and Lindsey out here.
Yeah, that's it in 8-man as well. There's just not much help. You're pretty much on an island the whole time by yourself, whether it's tackling or defending a receiver in open field. It's pretty much a one-on-one game.
We'll call it 3rd and 7. Ball on the Snowbird side of the 50, about the 47.5-yard line. Josh Saylor in the gun. McGee to his left. He's looking out to the left for Lindsey. Conrad gets able to turn around and he breaks it up. Nice pass breakup. Conrad Cordy just able to get his head around in time, find the ball. Otherwise, I think that might have been another touchdown for Lindsey and the Warriors.
Yeah, just got his eyes around in time. Face guarding there, Conrad Cordy, dangerous to do that. Just easy to get past interferences when you don't turn and look at the ball, but he was able to just swing his eyes around just in time.
And for a second there, from our vantage point, it looked like the ball stayed in the air, so it's almost like one of them caught it and they were battling for the ball, and then it finally got popped free.
Yeah, exactly, Pat. Looked like 2 came down with it. Conrad was able to rip it out of his hands just in time.
So good defense there by number 5. You know, we were just talking about that, Brady. You're on an island out there. You just got to make a play. All eyes are on you when that ball goes in the air. And nice job. Conrad was able to win that battle.
Yeah, Conrad, after not playing football last year, it's great that he's able to play that tight man coverage and still able to break up the pass. Think they'll go to him again here on 4th down?
You have to. he's your weapon.
Throw it up to him.
Yep. That's false start.
Yeah. Number 20 for the Warriors.
False start against the Warriors.
Matthew Kovalsik. I was looking at the wrong roster there, Brady, to get the name. So a false start on the offensive line. Back him up 5, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Yeah. Pat got 2 rosters here on his clipboard, folded upside down so we can try to see all the names, but he's messing him up more than it's helping him.
Well, they're at least all in one place here. Makes it a little bit easier. Tight quarters here in the Forest area press box.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like the Forest area coach talking to Conrad Cordy. I wonder what they're saying down there.
Oh, they're probably just talking about weekend plans.
Weather?
Weather. Nice night for football. And we'll see if they elect to kick here. Saylor does get it off. Not a bad kick. It's going to take a really nice Warrior bounce at the Snowbird 24. Goes all the way down inside the 15 of the Snowbirds. So a nice decision there for Josh Saylor and the Warriors. Just step back, and I mean, you kind of knew that's coming, Brady, when he's lined up 8 yards behind line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's one of the advantages to 8-man as well. For the offense, they're able to do rugby punts. We did that quite a bit last year. If you got a pretty strong, fast quarterback, you're able to run kind of sideways, and if they come at you, you can kick it, and if they don't, you can run it for a first down.
Another little wrinkle in this 8-man game. Of course, we've seen a lot of that in the college game as well. Of course, 11-man football in the college ranks. You get these rugby-style kicks. You just get out to the right side, kind of bootleg to your right, and then you make a nice kick going up the field. So a good punt for the Warriors, and the Snowbirds get the ball back, and they'll take over on offense on their own side of the 15-yard line. Chris Kashoniak has Grody right to his left. He sends Jeffers in motion to the back. He's going to take a toss to Jefferson. He's got some room up the left side. Nice blocking upfield there by Grody, leading the way for Jeffers, and he should have a Snowbird first down.
Yeah, Snowbird blocking huge here in the second quarter. Dominic Keister, 20 yards upfield, another pancake for him.
you love to see receivers downfield blocking. I mean that's the recipe for making big gains on the outside.
Yeah, it's such a huge part of this game. Just everybody's got to participate just to get, or just give their all just to get one guy up the field.
Jeffers will take the snap here. And they'll hand it up the middle. I think that was Koshoniak. And he'll get the first down. Jeffers was just short of the first down in the last run, so they'll pick up the first down and move the chains.
Yeah, Koshoniak, strong running senior, able to get that 1 yard pretty easy.
So 1st and 10, about the 26-yard line of the Snowbirds. Clock is running, 8:30 to play in this first half. Snowbirds' lead is 4. They're up 16-12. Jeffers in the gun, hands to Grody up the left side, and he's a hard runner, man. He just lowers the pad. I don't want to be a linebacker or a cornerback and have Chris Grody coming after me.
Yeah, Chris Grody, the senior, definitely hungry for some reps. He always wants the football, and he's ready to go, just like you saw there. Patty lowers his shoulder, and he wants all the contact he can get.
Like we mentioned earlier in the game, there really weren't any touches available for Grody last year with all the offensive firepower that you guys had. You know, think of Stephen Koshoniak, Logan Morrell, of course yourself, and it's hard for a guy like Grody to get touches, but this year he's getting them and he's making the most of them.
Yeah, for sure. As a senior this year, he's doing a great job for the Snowbirds.
Koshoniak hands to Jeffers. Nice little cutback, and he's going to be close to a first down. I think he's going to get it. I don't know. I think Grody might have been able to gain the edge there if he would have just kept coming our way.
Yeah, Jeffers definitely has O'Connell in his ear on that one of get upfield. If you have a chance to get 1 yard, you get that yard. You do not run sideways unless you have to.
Yeah, you hear it all the time. It's the old cliche, the football coach, you're on north and south, not east and west. So, all right.
Yeah, smart move probably.
Yeah, it probably
Saves him some running at practice.
Because if he didn't gain the edge and he got caught and didn't gain the first down, you're right. He would have been running this week. Koshoniak's back. Grody to his right, sends Jeffers in motion, and it's going to be false. You can't have 4 guys go in motion. As Conrad Grody ran forward and Grody and Jeffers were all running towards us.
Yeah, must be a little miscommunication there between the center and the quarterback. I don't know exactly what happened. Yeah, definitely a huge problem for the Snowbirds. They got to clean that up, Pat.
Yeah, that's another thing. Coach O'Connell's not going to be pleased with 3 false starts here in the first half.
Yeah.
And so they'll I just can't get over spotting your own football. It's so odd to see the center Logan Cherry just backing up and he'll reset the football.
Yeah, definitely interesting part to this season. But, yeah, we see a lot of people masked up here, social distancing, so great to see that, following most of the COVID restrictions as much as we can.
Koshoniak has it. He's going to look to run now, and he's got a lot of room. Cuts up the middle. He's going to be close to a Snowbird first down, a 15-yard pickup for Chris Koshoniak.
Wow, tough spot by the official. Put him about, they gave him the first down, but they put him 3 yards, looked like, behind where he dove to after he got hit.
I guess the one thing spotting your own ball, you'll never see in high school football this year in Michigan a player let go of the ball and roll it forward and then do the first down sign and anything like that. It's just going to be you hang onto the ball and then you go spot it yourself.
Yeah, especially like incomplete pass on the sideline. They're going to go get it because they got to put it down anyway.
It's a handoff to Grody, but a nice defensive play. Fighting right through his block was number 74. That's Xavier Navoni, a senior, and a nice play by Navoni, making the wrap up, and it's a 3-yard loss for the Snowbirds.
Yeah, great defense there on the outside. The Warriors really controlling the line of scrimmage here. Looks like we got a dinged-up player 24 for the Warriors.
So he'll come out of the game. That's Jeff Chase, the senior. He'll get some attention. Jeffers goes in motion. Koshoniak tosses to him, and we got a flag here. I didn't
look like holding number Logan Cherry, I guess, for the Snowbirds.
Okay.
What I expect there. It looked like he might have had an arm around on the 3-tech.
2 flags came out in roughly the same location. And they're going to back him up. And it will be a holding, Brady. Nice pickup on that. I didn't see it. It was a little bit behind the play as it came around the edge.
Definitely tough. You don't want your lineman to stop blocking, but you don't want him to hold behind the play, Pat.
Right. Yeah, really it was away from the play. You didn't need that there. Now, did I just see an official hand the ball to Logan Cherry?
Little mistake. Definitely
Does
some
it
old
defeat the
habits.
purpose?
Old habits die hard.
I would think that's hard for an official not to pick up the ball. Koshoniak rolls to his left, tosses out to Jeffers. Nice catch, and Jeffers stays on his feet.
Still going.
Jeez, oh, Pete. It looked like he was down a couple yards before that original line of scrimmage, and now he's about 5 yards from the first down. So a nice catch on the fingertips And he's able to get they marked him out of bounds right at the 50, so it'll be about a third down and 8.
Yeah, just a lot of hard workers for the Snowbirds. A lot of hard-working, great athletes, just like you saw there. Pat caught the ball a little off balance, got hit twice, and just stayed on his feet and crawled for every yard he could
get. The guy running the clock has had a hard night. He's missed a lot of clock stops.
It's hot up here, Pat. It's hot.
It's hot up here, and it's a tight press box. A nice press box, though, up here. It's just small. Nice new scoreboard here at Forest area.
Yeah, great-looking field here.
Yep.
It's a great night for football, too. Probably lying about 55 degrees, 60 degrees, and just no wind.
Could
just
not be
calm.
better. 5:06 to play in the second quarter. Snowbirds' lead is 4. Koshoniak back to pass. He's going to roll out to the right side, looking deep downfield, and that's got to be pass interference.
Unfortunately, the ball was not catchable for the Snowbirds. Ball went out of bounds, so I don't think they're going to give him that call.
If it was a little bit closer to Conrad Cordy, I'm sure he would have got that call because the ball was in the air when he got knocked out. and Cordy's running back to the line of scrimmage. And then he has to go grab.
That's as much we can give him.
Koshoniak back in the gun. Nice pass up the middle. Brody Jeffers has it. Chris leaned into that one, made a nice throw right up the middle, and he gets the first down. A huge fourth down conversion there for the Snowbirds. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Warrior 34.
A gutsy play for Coach O'Connell to call there, a pass up the middle on 4th down, but completes it to the sophomore Brody Jeffers. Great throw, great catch.
Streaking up the middle, and of course Brody Jeffers has some nice height and great athleticism. He was able to get up, and that's going to force a timeout for Forest area. They're going to talk about this one. So we're going to step aside. 4:46 to play in the second quarter. Snowbirds lead by 4 on Next Level Broadcasting. All right, we're back working on some technical difficulties here with we got 3 cameras in about in a 3-foot radius of us, trying to get them all plugged in and ready to go. Timeouts break. Snowbirds have a 1st and 10, 4:46 to play in this first half. They have a 4-point lead. Brody Jeffers has it. He hands to Koshoniak right up the middle. He gets a couple yards. Is there any thought here in Coach O'Connell and the Snowbirds' mind, Brady, of trying to run this half down, or is it just you take your plays where you can get them and you score when you can?
Yeah, take your plays when you can get them scoring. You can. It's well said, and I think Coach O'Connell plans on scoring this touchdown, recovering an onside kick, and scoring again. It's Coach O'Connell's style. He's going to push it as much as he can.
He's not satisfied with a 10, 12, 14-point lead at half. He wants 20. And Jeffers goes in motion. What do they got? False start. Conrad moving.
Could have got Jeffers moving or going a little bit vertical instead of horizontal.
Yep.
I didn't really see that, but he was a long way out there, so they could have called that.
May have turned a little bit to his left to head up the field before the snap of the ball.
Actually, it looks like they were talking to Sam Sursley.
Oh, okay.
So maybe a lineman
on the line.
leaning.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes with that motion, you automatically want to blame the motion guy, but you forget about the guys up front that might have just flinched.
Yeah, the other 6.
Yeah, not the other 10. Chris Koshoniak in the gun. Grody next to him. He's going to run up his left side. Nice throw, and he's finding Dom Keister right at the sticks. So a nice play design there, nice setup and great execution. Kashoniak to Keister for the first down.
Great senior to senior connection there. Kashoniak, Dom Keister. Going to see that a lot throughout this game and the rest of the season. Just two great athletes out there playing football.
Of course, they made the connection on the nice touchdown pass early in the first quarter. That sun goes down quick, doesn't it, Brady? The moon is out. It turns all of a sudden from a nice afternoon to a beautiful night. Kashoniak will receive the snap. Jeffers goes in motion to his right. Grody moves to his left. Now he'll send Jeffers. He fakes it to him. Kashoniak's going to keep it. And he runs up the gut, gets about 5-6 yards. So the Snowbirds just a nice steady drive here, moving the chains when they can, and picking up a nice first down chunk play there.
Yeah, exactly, Pat. That's what Coach O'Connell's looking for, just 5 yards after 5 yards, first down after first down, all the way down the field, taking as much clock as he can with him.
Back to Jeffers. Kashoniak to his left, Grody to his right. Cordy and Keister out wide. Oh, and the ball's on the ground. Jeffer falls right back on it. Oh, my goodness. With 3.5 to play in the second quarter, you're driving. That would have been a drive killer.
Yeah, that definitely sucks. I wonder if that's a quarterback switching problem that we're seeing here. We've had a couple fumbles in the last two games, definitely too many. So I wonder if the Snowbirds are going to think about making a switch there, stick with Brody or stick with Chris. Just having a lot of problems.
Not sure if that was a design quarterback run from the starter for who's supposed to hand off to Grody. Kashoniak tells him to get on his left side. He'll be picking up a blitz. A quick pass just through the fingertips of Conrad Cordy, unable to make the connection. So now it'll be fourth down, 3:03 to play in the half.
Yeah, definitely a tough spot for the Snowbirds there. Tough miss for Conrad Cordy, senior. Great receiver, just sucks. He probably didn't see the ball coming out of Chris's hands. A little vertically disadvantaged, as you'd say, as am I. Couldn't see the ball coming out of his hand, picked it up late, and just didn't get his hands up fast enough.
So it's fourth down and 7. They need to get to about the 15-yard line to pick up the first down. Kashoniak back. He will pass. Now he's going to step up to run. He's got some room, but he's going to toss it up to Grody. Makes the reception, and he has a Snowbird first down out of the backfield. And Kashoniak that time, Brady, he eludes the pressure. He runs out of the pocket, and eyes still downfield, and he makes that pass.
Yeah, intelligence and athleticism there from Kashoniak, really showing a lot of experience in him. 3 years on varsity, and he's just showed it right there. Stepped up through the pocket, ran to the outside, and hit his receiver.
And Grody got some hands, too.
Yeah, he does.
Coming out of the backfield. He looks like a fullback. He really does. But he was able to make the catch there. Brody Jeffers has it. Going to try to catch the corner. Out to the left side, and he is in the end zone for a touchdown.
Looked like a late hit late hit there by the Warriors. Hit him about 5 yards back into the end zone.
Yeah, he was well into the end zone for a touchdown, and he got the late hit. So the Snowbirds lead is 10. Brody Jeffers that time was able to gain the edge. It's tough when you give a guy like Brody Jeffers the field side and just let him turn on the Jets, and it's tough to catch him.
Yeah, definitely. They set that play up the last 6 plays with Chris doing that little option to the side, him running up the middle. So set up perfectly for Jeffers to get that.
Grody hands it to Jeffers. He's going to get wrapped up. So the 2-point conversion this time will not be good, but the Snowbirds pick up 10 points. We're going to say thank you to another one of our sponsors for tonight's game. Need help buying or selling a home but not sure who to turn to? Your local Berkshire Hathaway affiliates, Nancy Jacob and Leslie Burrows, are here to help. Don't wait. Call them today at 989-614-3327. Snowbirds lead is 10, 2:50 to play. I almost don't want to ask this question, Brady, but what's Coach O'Connell thinking here? Kick it deep and let the time run out and give him a long field, or is he just going to kick the onside kick?
One of the things with 8-man especially, if you're going to score, you're going to score. Usually it's not possessions 5 yards at a time. It's 4 and then 1 breaker.
Right.
So I'm assuming Coach O is thinking, so what if they have good field position?
Right. Field position, you really don't play field position game in 8-man football, do you?
Yeah, what we've seen so far, just explosive plays by the Warriors. When they score, they score. It's not much you can do about it. So, yeah, I expect an onside kick here. Try to recover it, get another touchdown.
10-point lead, so a much different game than last week, home versus Central Lake. Snowbirds obviously took care of the Trojans 57-6. And a different game for Forest Area, too. They went up to Pellston, and they struggled. They lost 62-18. So both of these teams getting their first real test in a closer matchup.
Yeah, definitely great to see another a great Ski Valley game. Haven't seen that in a couple of years, or at least from the St. Mary's side. We've been broken up. Still missing a couple teams. Joburg and Inland Lake still an 11-man, I believe.
Mansalona as well.
Mansalona too, yep.
Yep, from the old Ski Valley. Yeah, it's kind of nice for me to see some of these teams back and playing familiar teams that I saw a lot when I was in high school. So the Snowbirds will kick off. Dylan Croft is up there next to the ball. We'll see if he boots it or if Tristan Glaspie. It's going to be Glaspie. They kick it 10 yards, and it's picked up and dropped on right away. Nice play there by Sir Xavier Navoni.
Yeah, Hanstein for the Warriors doing a great job. I think they missed one right off the bat, but yeah, it's tough. Yeah, Dylan Acevedo filled that really quick. As soon as he grabbed that ball, Dylan hit him. So yeah, tough to lay down as soon as you catch that ball.
We've talked about this a couple times already for Dylan Acevedo, but for a little kid,
he brings
he's got
the
a hit
energy,
stick.
Pat. He does.
I mean,
He's
I don't
not
want to
scared
get
of
hit by
anything.
Dylan Acevedo, that's for sure. So the Warriors will have 53, 54 yards to go with 2:48 to play. They have one timeout left on their side of the 50. But like you said, Brady, I mean, one play, Josh Saylor to Lane Lindsay, that could be it. So this time they send Lindsay off to the right side. Conrad Cordy's going to be guarding Mecky Marsh, and the Snowbirds are going to call a timeout. They're probably going to –
Yeah, I think they're probably going to put two guys, one on him and one over top of number 2 for the Warriors. He's just a tough cover, one-on-one.
So we got a timeout here. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, we'll have the final 2 minutes, 48 seconds of high school football, of Snowbird football. They lead by 10 on Next Level Broadcasting. All right, welcome back in high school football here on Next Level Broadcasting. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm Pat O'Connor, joined by Brady Hunter, Charles Strail down there in front of us, along with Luke Datema and Alex Pudvin on the cameras for us here tonight. Saylor's going to keep this one right up the middle, and a nice stop there, a little extra after the whistle. Chris Kashoniak throwing his man up on top of the quarterback.
Yeah, one thing the Kashoniaks definitely bring to the table is energy, and you saw it right there. Just Chris doesn't, if you're going to be trying to push him around, he's not going to take that. So
Maybe
definitely.
a little attitude along with that energy.
Oh, yeah. It's great, though. Perfect for football. Kashoniaks just really dominate this game. Steven last year, and then Chris this year, and their dad a while back. One of the greatest running backs to come through Michigan.
Don't forget about Uncle Derek either.
Oh, yeah. The D-train, as they called him.
So coming off the field here, Josh Saylor with a little bit of a limp. And we're going to see what they're probably going to wait.
Might call a timeout here just to get him a second. Try to run as much time as they can.
Technically, he's across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. I don't know about that one, Pat.
That could have been a 5-yard penalty on Forest area, but they weren't going to call it on the injured kid. So hopefully Josh Saylor can shake this one off and join his team back in the huddle as they take their last time out here in the first half.
Yeah, some important minutes here for the Warriors. If they can get another score on the board, then this is a tight game going into half. I mean, either way, it's 10 points, but if they can put up a score up on the board, pretty much tied.
They'll be kicking off to the Snowbirds to start the second half. Of course, the Snowbirds kicked off to start the game, but they recovered the onside kick. They drove it the length of the field down to the 4-yard line, then they fumbled it away. But then 2 plays later, Dylan Acevedo jumped on a Forest area fumble in the end zone, and 3 plays into the game, we had our first score, and it was a defensive one for the Snowbirds. So since then, it's just been kind of back and forth. They've traded offensive scores. Of course, Dom Keister had a nice reception from Chris Kashoniak, and then the last time it was a run by Brody Jeffers, and then the 2 scores for the Forest Area Warriors were both Josh Saylor to Lane Lindsay on passing touchdowns.
Yeah, we've definitely seen the 2 extremes here tonight. Some really poor play, fumbles, penalties, but then again, just amazing passes. Chris Kashoniak to Dom Keister in the corner of the end zone, which couldn't have been better. And then same on the other side, 12-2, just that connection. They had 2 just perfect passes.
Yeah, I mean, at 12-2, that's been the story of the night. Saylor to Lindsay, and unfortunately for the Warriors, Saylor is sidelined. He's getting around pretty good, though, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him maybe yet in the first half. They went hard count, and they drew the offsides.
Against the Snowbirds.
Yeah, Snowbirds penalties again. Story of this game so far. Penalties and turnovers for the Snowbirds.
And Josh Saylor looks like he's about ready to go back into the game. And I think he will. They just went hard count. I don't think they had any intention of snapping the ball. They were just trying to get Josh Saylor a little bit extra time.
Yeah. Looked like he might have rolled his ankle or something. Just got to stretch it out, and he's back in the game for the Warriors.
And I think 4 or 5 of the Snowbirds were offside on that play. They were coming quick. So it'll be 2nd and 3. Josh Saylor is back out there. He joins the huddle with Lane Lindsay and the other 6 Warriors. And it's a 2nd and 3, 2:04 to play. Warriors trail by 10, trying to score on this final drive of the first half. And
delay a
we gotta
game.
delay a game. Okay.
Yeah, that definitely takes away that offsides from
There
the
goes
Snowbirds.
the offsides.
Second penalty of the game for Forest Area. I believe the Snowbirds are up to 9 now.
Been a sloppy game for the Snowbirds, but they still have that 10-point lead. So the center sets the own ball. I'm not going to get over it all season. I'm going to be watching these players
It's tough.
marking their own balls. But I guess every little thing you can do, right?
Yeah, exactly. Shimmy the ball up about another inch and maybe give you a little advantage as well.
So it's now back to a 2nd and 7. Josh Saylor's going out wide to receive, and Lindsey's at the quarterback position to take it. He's just going to run up the middle, and there is nothing going there. Big hit by
Ian
Dylan
Cool.
Acevedo and Ian Cool. Oh, man.
Just a wall right there. Ian Cool the other night had 7 tackle for losses. I think that's his first of the night, but just a big hit. And exactly what we'd expect. Wildcat with 2 in the backfield.
You knew it was coming right at him.
Yeah, trying to give 12 a little break, see if he can recover a little bit before he starts getting back into it.
And Josh Saylor still standing right over here by the Forest Area sideline. I don't know if they're running the clock just to give him time, or maybe they're just going to try to hang on to this football as long as they can before they kick it away over to the Snowbirds.
Yeah, it seems like that's what they're trying to do, just trying to give 12 some time and run out the clock. Feels like they're not going to pass, just with 12 a little dinged up. So, yeah, trying to run some clock before they have to give the ball back to the Snowbirds, trying to not give them a chance to get another score.
Ticks down to 1:09, and Forest Area had one more timeout, so they'll call it with 1:0. We got to stop the clock if we call a timeout. There we go. So they stopped the clock with 1:03 to play. I think maybe the clock operator has somewhere to be after the game tonight.
Yeah, might be a case of that.
A couple more sponsors to thank for tonight's contest here on Next Level Broadcasting. I got to get it off my clipboard, though, here, Brady. Hey, it's Gaylord, the Gaylord Eye Care Center. In need of trusted information and quality eye care? Look no further than the Gaylord Eye Care Center, your local vision source provider. They're sponsoring tonight's game, along with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Datama Media, and Next Level Sandbags, sponsoring this Next Level Broadcasting live stream for you tonight. Snowbirds lead by 10, 63 seconds to play in the first half. All of a sudden, a pretty fast-paced first and second quarters, Brady, come to quite a stall here in the last couple minutes of the second quarter.
Yeah, it really has. Snowbirds, after that score, just not much going on for Forest Area after injury to the quarterback. Just really trying to run some clock off so the Snowbirds don't have a chance to get a score.
He's back in the huddle, and they break the huddle. And this time it looks like he might be quarterbacking now. And
Yeah.
yep,
Two one-on-one, Conrad Cordy, and should not forget two's name, but I have again.
It's Lindsay, Lane Lindsay.
Lane Lindsay, Conrad Cordy on the outside.
Give him some space. If I'm Conrad, Lindsay. Oh, looking to cut back, and there's Conrad Cordy. Gets the interception. That's a tough play to make. I mean, you run into your left if you're Josh Saylor, and you're trying to throw across your body up the middle of the field. Just tough to get anything on that throw.
Yeah, one of the rules of the quarterback: don't throw across your body upfield. And just what he did there, just out of desperation. Didn't matter much. They were gonna have to punt next down anyway if there wasn't a completion. So not a bad turnout for Forest Area. But Snowbirds ball with 56 seconds in the clock.
And Coach O'Connell's not going to take a knee and run this to halftime.
No, he will not. I mean, just as likely to see 4 long shots down the field as you are to take a knee here.
Snowbirds lead by 10, 56 seconds to play in this second quarter. I think we'll see Chris Kashoniak in the backfield, maybe Grody there to help block, but otherwise we're going to go 4 wide or 3 wide and let him sling it.
Yeah, it looks like he's slinging it. We got Tristan Glasby, Conrad Cordy, Brody Jeffers and Dominic Keister as receivers here.
Jeffers motions into the slot. Keister back to pass. A little 5-yard out, but it was overthrown. And Jeffers not only had some room, but he was easily going to get to the sideline if they complete that pass.
Yeah, definitely a hard one. Want to get that back for the Snowbirds. Chris is going to wish he had that one back tomorrow.
You just sent Dom Keister down the left sideline, and you have a little 5-yard out for Brody Jeffers. This time he's out right next to Dom Keister on the field side.
Yeah, probably get some crosser action out of those two.
Koshoniak looking that way. He goes deep for Keister, but a little bit too deep, out of the reach. Excuse me, that was Jeffers going straight up the field last time, or on that last play. Keister was on a post pattern up to the middle of the field.
Yeah, Snowbirds got to be careful here. Probably going to do a run play just to be careful not or leave some time on so they don't leave time on the clock for the Warriors to come back down and get a score.
So it's 3rd and 10. Chris Koshoniak sends Glaspie in motion. Passes upfield and just. Do you think he was intended for Jeffers or was it for Keister up there?
It looked like it was for Jeffers, Pat, but yeah, just a little bit overthrown. Last 3 passes were for Koshoniak, just a little fired up probably. 2-minute drill basically here. 4th down for the Snowbirds.
A lot of zip on these passes. Plenty of arm for Chris Koshoniak. 45 seconds to play. It's going to be 4th and 10. Little rugby kick here. Or do you think he's just going to throw it downfield?
Yeah, I don't know, Pat. I mean, Coach O'Connell's aggressive, but this is gutsy.
At your own 40-yard line, Conrad Cordy out here wide on the near side. Koshoniak looks like he is going to pass it. He's rolling to his left, throws it downfield, up for Dom Keister. Dom Keister makes the catch. A jumping catch at the Warrior 30. What a play, Dom. He had to spin around in the air, jump up, make the catch, and he came down with it for the first down.
Yeah, what an athlete. Dom Keister just rises above the 2 defenders and just makes that catch, comes down with it, doesn't fumble, and just goes to the ground.
So the aggressive play pays off for the Snowbirds. 37 seconds. The clock will just now move. And the Snowbirds will look to add on 1st and 10 inside the 30-yard line of the Warriors. Chris drops back to pass again. He's looking to his left. Now he'll step up, escape some pressure, throws down the field to his right side. He's got an open man, and it's a touchdown! Tristan Glaspie on the outside.
Yeah, Tristan Glasby, a senior for the Snowbirds, undersized, but great route. He was uncovered there, just wide open. Chris Koshoniak escapes the pocket, finds him wide open in the corner of the end zone.
That's the second time that Chris Koshoniak tonight has been able to roll out to the right side, find the open man, and make a touchdown pass. Nice job for Koshoniak, and the Snowbirds stretch their lead to 16.
Yeah, gutsy call by Coach O'Connell, but it pays off.
The 4th down long play set up Chris Koshoniak to Dom Keister, and then the 1st down call had Chris Koshoniak rolling out. And like you said, really, there was one defender out there to cover 2 guys, and Tristan Glaspie was left open, and he made the play.
Yeah, Coach O'Connell just trusts his guys. 4 times in a row, you're going to do it right once. That's what Coach O'Connell goes by there.
25%, you think you'd be able to reach that.
Similar plays, but yeah, one comes down with it, and that's all you need.
Dom Keister, Tristan Glaspie on the 2 big catches, and the Snowbirds will try to stretch their lead to 18 with 25 seconds to play. Going under center this time, Brody Jeffers, and there's a lot of contact. Josh Saylor was in there. He knocked over Brody Jeffers. You're going to see some movement up front. They'll back him up 5 yards, and they'll try this thing from the 7-yard line.
Yeah, that's a 10th penalty, I believe, for the Snowbirds. We'll check at halftime, but yeah, 10 is just way too many, especially for one half of football.
It's like you said, for all the spectacular plays that we've seen tonight, there have been a lot of sloppy plays, a lot of fumbles. Of course, we were able to recover most of them, the Snowbirds were, but fumbles and penalties and these false start plays. There's going to be a lot to talk about for Coach O'Connell. We got another flag here as Chris Koshoniak not able to turn upfield, and I think it's going to be a hold on the Snowbirds. And what else do we have over here? It looked like the official threw something else after he threw his flag.
Yeah, threw the fumble flag, but I believe they're supposed to throw their hats if they're throwing another penalty.
I'm with you. I think they are. So we'll see what we have. We have a personal foul. It's going to be on the Snowbirds.
Looked like it was on Jeffers. He got tangled up with number 2 there after the play. Yeah, must have just got the wrong side of that call.
So the pick up the little beanbag, stick it back in the pocket, I guess. 25 seconds to play. Snowbirds lead is 16.
Yeah, maybe not trying to spread germs. They throw the fumble flag instead of the hat. Pat, you think so?
You know what? Nothing would surprise me.
Yeah, these rule changes very hard for everyone to adjust, officials to. Just no one really knows exactly what to do.
Just throw anything you can. And
Even yelling would be okay.
We'll worry about it after.
Yeah, Snowbird's probably going to kick it long here. I don't know if they exactly have a distance kicker on their squad. I guess Dominic Keister
used to,
yeah, he can put it a couple yards downfield and just try to get better field or worse field position for the Warriors.
Yeah, because if they're going to use this penalty on the kickoff, which I think they would, it'd back the Snowbirds up closer to their end zone.
Yeah,
so
they're in 25. That's tough.
Yep.
Just got to try to get it across midfield, I think, is O'Connell's goal here.
Yeah, I wonder if Dom Keister has been practicing the kicks, because I'm sure he's their place kicker, I would think.
Yeah, Dominic Keister, he does their extra points.
Yep.
He does a good job. Yeah, Alex Pudvin really took over. He was a great kicker for us last year. So Dom wasn't able to kick too much, but yeah, he does a great job.
We'll see who puts it down on the tee for the Snowbirds. Like you said, back to their own 25. So they should be kicking this one long to back the Warriors up. 25 seconds to play in this first half.
Yeah, it's just it's very tempting for Coach O'Connell, I know. I mean, they got Tristan Glasby up right now. Another onside kick, another touchdown. Sounds good, Pat.
So Glasby with the kick. And it's a little bit of an in-betweener, a little bit of a squib, and it's fumbled at first. But the Warriors, what do we got, a late flag here? Come on.
Now, in high school, you're not allowed to hit the man who's on the ground, which is an interesting rule. But Dylan a little late to that loose ball, so that official 90 yards away seemingly made that call when two officials were way closer.
There's one flag on the field, and it was the official, like you said, furthest away. That flag came from the bottom left corner of your screen. So we'll see what the call is. I think it's going to be late hit. It will be. Wow. Personal foul, late
just
hit.
Brutal call from that far away. I mean, there's two guys closer. He might have not seen the ball come out because it looked like it popped off his chest plate a little bit. Maybe so it looked like the Snowbird was going for the ball. Was it Dylan Croft that was going?
Dylan Acevedo.
Dylan Acevedo.
I mean, the way he flew in there, it's got to be Dylan Acevedo.
Yeah, it was Acevedo. So much for pinning the Warriors back a little bit, and Coach O'Connell pleading his case with the official right on his side. And I'm sure that's his argument. Whether it's a penalty or not, why didn't the three officials that were closer to the play make the call?
Yeah, just tough. I mean, as an official, if you see something, you got to call it, but that's just when everyone else on the field's closer to the play than you are, it's just hard to throw that flag.
So it'll be first down for the Warriors. They're at the Snowbird 35-yard line. Snowbirds need to step up here on defense. Sailor.
Wonder who they're going to, Jeff.
I don't. But he's not going to have time to get there. A big hit. And Sailor has taken down a host of Snowbirds. No surprise, Acevedo in there along with Chris Koshoniak.
Yeah, look, they brought 6 there. So they only had 2 guys dropping back for pass coverage. But Coach O'Connell a little fired up, probably wants to be aggressive and get him. I mean, it worked there. Get him on the ground early. He doesn't have time to throw. And quite honestly, he's only throwing to number 2. So if you can stop that one guy, I don't think they have any completions to anybody else.
Bringing 6 guys in 8-man football, that's a gutsy call.
That's an O'Connell move.
Hey, I was going to say, that's an O'Connell
thing.
Bring
the heat.
The heat came, but Sailor was able to get off a pass. It went 15 yards upfield. So it'll be 2nd and 10, 17 seconds to play in the second quarter. Snowbirds lead is 16.
Yeah, probably a little more reserved here. Dominic Keister probably going to drop back, maybe even Dylan Croft into pass coverage. Just kind of really wanted to set the tempo there for this series, how it's going to go.
Just keep the ball in front of you. Don't let them complete a deep pass downfield. A little bit different setup. Oh, they're going to take a knee.
Wow, surprising move by the Warriors. They got that speed on the outside. You'd think they'd want to use it.
Warriors take a knee.
I wonder if they were nervous about a pick 6 interception there or something. But
I mean, not much time on the clock for that to happen, though. I mean, you got to make one. Pick 6 is pretty much the only thing that would have allowed them to score.
And all the Warriors players are looking at their coaches like they wanted another play, but the Snowbirds are going to head to the south end zone, and that's the end of the first half. So an interesting end to that first half.
They made a mistake there. Looked like some miscommunication maybe.
After one half of play, Snowbirds 28, Forest Area Warriors 12. We're going to come back and talk first half stats when we come back on Snowbird Football on Next Level Broadcasting.
Is it going to chili? Oh, I'm so
You know what's going to taste really good?
and then get those
Cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Or dart on the head home.
Top on light to beat up.
All right. Welcome back to high school football. Welcome back. There we go. Trying to get the microphone set up here as we get.
Sorry, that's my bad, guys.
We were in like in preseason form as we go into the second half of the second game. Snowbirds lead 28-12 over the Warriors of Forest Area. I'm Pat O'Connor, joined tonight by Brady Hunter. And they're going to put 3 minutes on the clock, Brady, so we'll have some time to chat about that first half. Nope.
We're arguing going on here between the official and the
They
clock.
did do the extra 3 minutes already, so I think we're ready to go. And as long as the official can get out onto the field, we'll be set to go. Snowbirds, 8 penalties in that first half. That's got to be the number one key to clean up here in the second half.
Yeah, penalties and turnovers has been the story of the game for the Snowbirds. I mean, Forest Area they need some more consistency on offense, but they've had those big breaking plays. That's pretty much been what's doing most of their offense.
Josh Saylor, Lane Lindsay, been the big part of their offense. That one nice run on the counter play by Jake McGee, but otherwise it's been 12-2 for that entire first half. So they're kicking off to the Snowbirds to start the second half. Snowbirds lead 28-12, and we are just about underway. Here comes the kick. It's a little onside kick, and it's picked up. Nice job there on the near side. That's
Tristan Glasby there.
Tristan Glasby, the touchdown late in that first half, and he was able to hop on that one right around the 50-yard line.
Another great senior for the Snowbirds. Hasn't got a lot of time in the past, but yeah, this year it's great, especially hands team. I mean, he's got soft hands, good receiver, like you saw in that touchdown.
And just a fun kid to be around. He's always got a smile on his face. He's fun to talk to because he'll laugh at all your jokes, and he's just a giggly kid, so it's good to see him do well, get that touchdown, and make a nice play to start the second half.
Yeah, Snowbirds here. They got Conrad Cordy out wide and 2 guys in the backfield.
It's Grody and Kashoniak joining Brody Jeffers. He'll take the first snap of the second half, and he's going to do a design quarterback run right up the middle. He's got a lot of space. He's up the right side. He's going to cut back to the left. He's up to the 20. One man to beat, and he catches him. It's McGee who caught him in the open field at just inside the 20-yard line, but a big chunk play to start the second half for Brody Jeffers.
Yeah, Brody Jeffers really doesn't look fast out of the gates, but he just gets up to top speed and he's gone, just like you saw there. He hit the hole and he was already going.
He doesn't hit his top gear right away. He's just kind of patient, and then he'll explode when he wants to.
Yeah, like we saw there, great blocks by Grody and Kashoniak.
Brody Jeffers this time will hand to Kashoniak. No, he keeps it and he throws it. Wow, what a fake. Faked me out.
Amazing fake.
The toss up to Conrad Cordy, who was wide open in the end zone. And a quick 2-play strike for the touchdown for the Snowbirds.
Yeah, that's what that split back does for the Snowbirds. Chris Kashoniak is a huge threat on the outside, so everybody comes up to stop him. And then Conrad Cordy over the top, the 6'4" senior.
We didn't really see any play action out of that 2-back set with Brody Jeffers. This time it's Kashoniak. He'll keep it, runs into his own man, and he's going to be stopped short of the goal line. So the 2-point conversion's no good, but 2 plays and a quick strike for the Snowbirds.
Yeah, that play did not fool number 12 for the Warriors. Filled right up the gut as soon as Kashoniak got the ball, did not hesitate.
His key was on number 10, and he stayed on him and made the play. So a play action, touchdown pass. I mean, everyone's getting their touches here tonight, Brady. We saw Tristan Glasby get one, Dom Keister with the touchdown, Conrad Cordy makes a catch for a touchdown. Dylan Acevedo had the fumble recovery for the touchdown, so everyone's getting involved for the Snowbirds tonight.
Yeah, the Snowbirds' game plan definitely doesn't target one player. They're very, very diverse and able to spread it to a lot of guys, just like we're seeing tonight here.
So the Warriors will, if they're fortunate enough to recover what I'm sure will be an onside kick from Coach O'Connell's Snowbirds, they'll have to get things going and respond to a 34-second first drive in this second half.
Yeah, the Snowbirds just putting on constant pressure throughout this whole game. Just able to really keep it on the Warriors, make them make some plays.
At halftime, do the Snowbirds drop those plays at halftime? Do they have a set of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plays that they're going to run right out of the gate? Do they script those plays, or do they still come on the fly out of half?
Yeah, usually O'Connell scripts a couple plays coming out of halftime. He likes to do that just to fix what they saw in the first half. I mean, we saw it there, 3 successful plays in a row by the Snowbirds. Looks like we got Dom here going to go for a deep kick, not an onside this time. Surprising.
All right, Dom Keister, the senior, gets a leg into it, and he's got a nice boot. This one, what do we got? Offsides?
Come on.
Oh, jeez. So after 8 penalties in the first half, they're going to get a special teams violation here, probably offsides on one of the gunners for the Snowbirds.
Wow, great kick by Dom Keister, touchback. Hard to see in high school football, but Dom Keister kicks it, was that 60 yards into the end zone?
Offsides against the Snowbirds.
Yeah. Someone went offside, so Keister will pick off the tee.
Yeah, I mean, that ball went deep into the end zone. He can probably do it from here, too. He's got a leg.
It had a nice Snowbird roll. It landed inside the 10, and then it rolled to the back of the end zone. So Keister will set up this time at the 35-yard line. Saylor is back deep to receive for the Warriors. He might have his first chance at a reception here.
Yeah, dangerous player. They're probably going to aim for the right side here just so they don't have to kick it to number 2. It's a lower chance of problems there.
A little bit of motion here before the kick. Dom Keister gets the whistle. He's ready to go, steps up to it. And it's a low line drive kick towards Saylor. He touches it. Now he picks it up at his own 15 to the 20, up near the 25-yard line. He's going to be stopped by all 8 Snowbirds.
Yeah, literally every Snowbird was on the play. They're definitely a point of emphasis by Coach O'Connell at halftime. Group tackling, or gang tackling as they call it. Just everybody goes to the ball and finishes the play.
Ian Cool, Patrick Ballinger will come in, and they'll start on that defensive line for the Snowbirds. I think they'll both be in 3 down here to start.
Yeah, definitely player to watch the second half, Ian Cool. He didn't make a huge impact in the first. I think he had 1 tackle for loss, but he disrupted some plays. But, yeah, he's going to be looking to make some disturbances here.
And if they double him, we'll see if guys like Patrick Ballinger can get in the backfield as well with some opportunities.
Yeah, another strong, fast, pretty small guy, Patrick Ballinger. He's able to shimmy past people and get into the backfield.
Another kid with a lot of energy. Always got a smile on his face, this Patrick. He's a fun kid to coach.
Whole junior and senior class, just a really, really fun group to be around. And Ian Cool lines up at nose guard here.
Saylor takes it. He's alone in the backfield, rolls out to his right. Had some decent protection. He's going deep upfield. Oh, it was McGee, and he just overthrew him. Jake McGee unable to run under it. He was that other Forest area Warrior in the first half that had a nice run. And that time he was split out wide, and the ball was just overthrown. He was open, though.
Yeah, definitely seeing the Warriors. They're probably going to try to diversify a little bit here in the second half. They were pretty one-dimensional between 2 and 12. So, yeah, like you said, besides that one run, it was 2 and 12 the whole time.
And you know that Coach Terry and this defense, they focused on number 12 and number 2 at halftime. And so they keyed in on him. So I'm not surprised that they go to McGee here on the first play of the first half. And they were near a connection there.
Yeah, great call by the coach there. Yeah, just overthrew him a tad. Probably used to number 2's speed. I forget his name every time. What do we got for number 2? Lindsey's great speed. So quarterback's used to that. Just overthrew his other receiver a little bit.
Saylor has McGee next to him this time. He's going to take it on a QB draw up the right side. Has some room. Nice tackle getting in there for the Snowbirds.
Officials being very strict with the ball spots here tonight, not letting them get anything on the dives or anything. As soon as they're touched and going down, that's where the ball's marked pretty much every time.
We'll give credit to that tackle to Dom Keister flying in from the backside of the defense. So it'll be third and about 3 or 4. 10:45 and counting here in the second quarter. Snowbirds lead 34-12.
Snowbirds have been lining up with a 3-man front, 2 in the back, but they might go 4 down here, Pat, just in the short yardage situation. Try to get a little more pressure on the QB if he tries to ISO on Lindsey on the outside.
Logan Cherry in there, down on the line, at the nose.
Dylan Croft rolls up on the right side.
Conrad Cordy will cover Lindsey up to the left side, but it's going to be a QB keeper. And got some room, but he was wrapped up on the outside by the Snowbirds. He'll get the first down. So that time they send Lindsey in motion to the near side here, to the field side, but that was really just a decoy as Saylor kept it and ran the QB draw to the right for the first down.
Yeah, Lindsey definitely draws a lot of attention there from the Snowbirds. You saw Dylan Croft widen out, Conrad slide upfield, and then Dominic Keister also backing up just to maybe switching their coverage up as soon as Lindsey's shifting over to that side.
Forest area huddle up. Not a ton of tempo here tonight for the Warriors. They've been given the play mostly to Lane Lindsey, and then he runs the play to the huddle, and they call it from there.
Yeah, that kid has an absolute motor. He just does not stop moving the whole game. I mean, they got him lined up on the opposite side. He's got to run all the way across the field to get the play call.
And now he's running in motion towards us here. Conrad Cordy will have to pick him up. 2 receivers out here. Saylor will roll out to his right. Now he's got some room. Saylor cuts up to the middle of the field, and finally taken down all the way on the other side of the 50. Finally catching up with him was Dylan Croft, the freshman. Nice job. Dylan was in the backfield. He was able to make that play 20 yards upfield, but a big chunk play for Saylor as he had room rolling to his right.
Yeah, the outside contain for the Snowbirds defensive line is definitely lacking a little bit. They're going to have to work on that. That was Patrick Bellinger, Logan Cherry there on the outside. Yeah, with the faster pace offense the Warriors have, just getting outside very quick. Ian Cool does not match great for that. He's a big guy, doesn't have a ton of mobility. So that's why we probably haven't seen him too much tonight. And again, not on the field.
Sam Sursley will come in now. He'll play the nose, presumably, to eat up that space in the middle.
Yeah, Sam Sursley, a first-year footballer here for the Snowbirds. Doing a great job, though, so far. Yeah, lined up at nose here.
In the gun, McGee to his left. They'll send Lindsey in motion, and they'll give to Lindsey, coming to the left side. Oh, blown contain there for the Snowbirds, and Lindsey, for the moment, was able to get outside. And
yeah, Conrad Cordy there looked like he went on maybe an uncalled blitz when he saw that motion coming, and he just got burned on the outside. The blocker blocked him down and was able to just really contain him. Or really contain Conrad and get outside for Lindsey.
Snowbirds are going to take a timeout here with 8:47 to go in the third quarter. We're going to use this time to thank some of our sponsors tonight. The Gaylord Eye Care Center has been offering trusted, high-quality eye care for over 29 years with locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Sheboygan, and Bel Air. They're committed to serving you and your visual needs. Don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and experience their family-friendly and experienced staff for yourself at the Gaylord Eye Care Center. So, Brady, defensively here for the Snowbirds, really it's been Josh Saylor able to just find some creases to the outside, and that contain has broken here a couple times on this drive. How do you clean that up if you're the Snowbirds?
Yeah, Snowbirds, the cornerbacks, just got to be more disciplined there. I mean, we see Brody Jeffers and Conrad Cordy as the main cornerbacks for the Snowbirds, and yeah, both those plays, they just gave up contain, and that's what happened. So they got to be more disciplined here.
I mean, I guess the defensive principle is keep contained, turn them inside. That's where the rest of your players are, and let your teammates make the tackle if they have to. Just turn the player back inside.
Exactly, Pat. You'd rather you not make the tackle, but your team make it, than you give outside. And even if you're going to make the tackle 5 times out of 6, you don't want to give up that outside because the one time you do, it's a touchdown.
So the timeouts break. Saylor leading the Warriors on a drive here. 8:47 to play, third quarter. They trail 34-12. Here comes Lindsey in motion. He hands it to him. Now it's a reverse counterplay to McGee, and a nice tackle, a good read there that time by Brody Jeffers. Otherwise, McGee was gone for 6.
Yeah, Brody Jeffers was all over that play. He came about 15 yards from outside and just tracked him down from the moment he got the ball all the way to when he tackled him.
So 1st and 10 inside the Snowbird 35.
Yeah, this is definitely the most consistent drive the Warriors have put together, just getting about 10 yards every 3 plays and enough to get him a first down.
And the clock operator is struggling. I mean, they've been – there he goes. It's a thankless job being the clock operator. If you make a mistake, everybody knows. And if you don't make a mistake, nobody cares.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's tough.
Saylor in the gun. McGee will sit here to block. He's back to pass. A deep pass going down, and it is
Dominic
picked
Keister.
off.
Great pick by Dominic Keister there. He read that from the moment Lindsey started the drop. Just read the eyes, and he just got a great pick.
Brody Jeffers was all over it at the corner position. Dom Keister had that coverage over the top. I wish that we were on air when we were talking about how to defend that play when we were talking at halftime, Brady, because you called it. Let Dom Keister go out there, play center field in the safety position, and you called that pick when we were off air talking in the halftime.
Yeah, exactly. One-on-one, we can cover Lindsey underneath with the speed we got in Jeffers, Conrad Cordy, but then Dominic Keister over top, just an amazing athlete. Like you guys saw right there, he's just able to elevate above everybody else and make that catch.
He just goes and he high points the football. We saw that on the play right before the touchdown at the end of the first half for the Snowbirds. It was 4th and 10. Keister streaking across the middle. A high pass, a good throw by Chris Koshoniak. Dom went up and got it. It set up the next play for the touchdown. And then, of course, Dom's touchdown of his own, the streaking play up the left side in the first quarter. So he's had a heck of a night, has Dom Keister. And this time it's a handoff to Grody. He's got some room, gets some blocking downfield, and Grody breaks free. It's a foot race for Grody, and he's going to finally get caught by Lindsey down at the 45-yard line. Great blocking by a Snowbird receiver up there on the left side.
Yeah, Chris Koshoniak, Brody Jeffers there. Chris took 2 guys with him right there. He put one on the ground, and the next one he made the block to let Grody get to the sideline. So there's a huge play by Chris Koshoniak and the Snowbirds.
Grody, I don't know if he has that 6th gear to get up and get
Brody
gone.
is a power runner. He's a power runner, Pat.
Oh, Koshoniak has it here, but he loses it, and now the Warriors are going to hop on the football. So a fumble by Chris Koshoniak, and the momentum goes right back to the Warriors.
Number 3, Dominic Hart.
Wow, this referee really letting a lot go as far as showboating for the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, a lot.
Yeah. I mean, he looked right at him, and he just didn't seem to care. That's just...
We'll see if they continue to let that happen, especially if...
He's been talked to a couple times, but hasn't thrown a flag yet. I mean, he clearly saw him, so it must not be a problem for that referee.
Maybe COVID guidelines allow a little bit more showboating.
Yeah, maybe just...
Maybe we're not up on all the rules.
As long as he's not near anybody, then he can showboat as much as he wants.
So the Warriors take right back over after a big chunk play by Grody, but a fumble by Koshoniak gives it right back to him. And with 8 minutes to go, the Warriors have it in Snowbird territory. Saylor with McGee to his left. He's in the gun. He's going to back up to throw. Koshoniak's going to try to get to Saylor, and he does. That's
Chris
how you
Koshoniak,
respond.
Untouched through the back, or through the middle of the field. Just I don't know if that was a design blitz or Koshoniak just went, but that was an amazing play.
You think he wanted to make up for that fumble? He just lost his team the football, and in a big sack, they lose 13 yards.
Yeah, and that's Chris Koshoniak. Just a lot of grit, a lot of heart. He just wanted that play.
I think he probably wanted the football, too.
He did want the football.
But it'll be second and really long. Again, the Forest Area Warriors, you don't see this as much really at any level of football, but the huddling up and the quarterback or the receiver getting the play from the sideline and then running it into the huddle.
Yeah, very interesting.
I always thought, I mean, St. Mary's when I was in high school, I remember Peter Spahalski, or when I was in middle school, I guess, Peter Spahalski, the quarterback, would always run to the sideline, run to the huddle, run to the side. You're running the whole game, even when.
Yeah, I mean it adds some miles for sure. Another delay a game here for the Warriors. That's tough. That's their third penalty of the night, second delay a game.
Yeah, so you're going to back them up even further after that big sack for Chris Koshoniak. So we're going to look at about a 2nd and 24.
Yeah, that's tough. The Snowbirds did switch to they don't have to run to the sideline every time for their play, thankfully.
Yeah.
They're able to signal it in, call it in, whatever. From the sideline, so we don't have to run back and forth, especially with the limited numbers that we're showing pretty much every year.
Oh, and there's pros and cons of both. I'm sure you get less communication issues with when you're running the play to the huddle.
Right,
but
yeah.
I mean, if you have the signal calling down from the sideline, you can get rid of those communication issues too with that.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Pat. If you can eliminate that and not have communication issues, then it's huge.
So 2nd and forever to go. They send Lindsey in motion, and it's a fumbled snap, and the Snowbirds nearly got onto it. Patrick Ballinger wanted that fumble recovery, so they go back even further.
Regardless if he got that ball or not, Patrick Ballinger was 5 yards in the backfield within a second of that ball being snapped. I mean, he must have been blitzing untouched through there.
He shot a gap, got low, and was able to make it. So 3rd down and
forever.
Yeah, we heard Brian Hollenbaugh from the Eagles say that. He's a few booths down, but it's 3rd and forever. That's an old broadcaster's trick, Brady, because if you just say 3rd and forever, you don't have to count the lines and count the yardage.
Math is hard. Yeah, it looks. I mean, I don't know what the Snowbirds are going to put at him. I don't know if O'Connell's going to change what he's doing much. He usually doesn't. I mean, maybe throw a dime package, put 3 deep. I mean, yeah, what do you do here, Pat?
Well, I would put at least 2 safeties back there, but I don't think Coach O'Connell's going to do that.
I think Coach O'Connell wants a sack.
Yeah, I agree. Back him up even further. And Forest Area is going to need to call a timeout. We're going to take our first break of the 3rd quarter. Snowbirds lead 34-12, 5:38 to play in this 3rd quarter. Welcome back to high school football here on Next Level Broadcasting. I'm Pat O'Connor, joined tonight by Brady Hunter. We're going to say thanks to Berkshire Hathaway. Need help buying or selling a home but not sure who to turn to? Your local Berkshire Hathaway affiliates, Nancy Jacob and Leslie Burrows, are here to help. Don't wait. Call them today at 989-614-3327. Third and a whole long way for Forest area. They send Lindsey in motion. Saylor has it, fakes to Lindsey. He's going to run up the right side. He runs into a couple Snowbirds. First to get there.
Dylan Croft, number 24, the freshman. A very good read there by him. Slid across and just made the initial contact, and he was finished by the rest of the Snowbird squad. I mean, like you said, Jack, number 12 just looks exhausted running back and forth to get those plays. I mean, that's just extra wear in your quarterback. I don't know if you really want.
Extra mileage. And he was already dinged up at the end of that second quarter, but
yeah, senior definitely not going to come out of the game for a little ankle sprain. He's going to stay in that game.
You think they kick here? A little rugby kick? I mean, the problem is you're down 22. The clock's ticking, under 5 to play in the third quarter.
I mean, the scoreboard says run the ball or throw the ball, but look, I mean, he's deeper than he usually is. He's about 6 yards. Looks like they're probably going to kick it.
Dom Keister back about 20 yards off the line of scrimmage. And there's the rugby kick. It's going to go over Dom Keister's head. Nope, he gets to it. He's an athlete. He catches it at the 25, now the 30. Nice block by Brody Jeffers, and Dom Keister, he's not just going to run out of bounds. He wants to throw a shoulder down and get some contact.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a single player in the Snowbird squad that's going to go out of bounds if they have the chance to lay somebody out. I mean, you saw it there. Dom Keister could have just went out of bounds and got about 2 yards less, but he lowered the shoulder and got another 2 yards.
We have an official timeout here. Looks like one of the Snowbirds and I think one of the Warriors on the Snowbird sideline is down as well. So we'll step aside while we sort out these injuries. When we come back, we'll have the last 4:33 of Snowbird football on Next Level Broadcasting. All right, we're back. 4:33 to play in the third quarter. Snowbirds have it 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
It was Dom Keister, yeah. Dom Keister on that injury. He looks to be fine, just hobbled off the sideline, maybe a little dinged up.
Brody Jeffers gets it on the handoff from Chris Koshoniak, and Jeffers got a lot of room to run. He's got a lead blocker out there going left to right, back to left, and he's finally taken down at the 25-yard line.
Great fake by Chris Koshoniak. I mean, so he gave the ball to Brody and dove up the middle. He was 10 yards downfield with 3 guys following him. And, I mean,
he was
had
still
a touchdown
running.
Too. Yeah. Both guys untouched to 10 yards, and then Chris ended up lead blocking for Brody. Just, I mean, great teamwork by the Snowbirds.
We've seen Brody do that tonight, too, lead blocking those quarterbacks. They're trying to get the clock started, and it will be going now. 4:18 to play. Jeffers takes a snap, and he'll throw. Toss up to Daniel Smith, and it's Smith for the touchdown. Brody Jeffers to Daniel Smith, and they get number 2 involved, and the Snowbirds lead is 28.
Yeah, Daniel Smith comes in where Dominic Keister would usually go, and yeah, that same fake on the handoff and then pop over top, just working great for the Snowbirds.
Well, I mean, number 10, Koshoniak, has been the throwing quarterback for the Snowbirds in this game, so I wonder if when they see 7 get the ball, they get a little bit lax. They think that run is coming. That time Brody was able to throw it up to buddy Daniel Smith, and Brody Jeffers keeps it here, and he dives in, and he's got the 2-point conversion.
Just a tough 2-back set the Snowbirds are showing right now. I mean, they got a lot of diversity there and a lot of options to go to. Brody Jeffers, I mean, great pitcher in baseball, so no wonder he can throw a good football too. But yeah, just an absolute dime over to Daniel Smith.
Good to see. I mean, Daniel Smith comes in, hasn't had the opportunity because of Dom Keister being in that receiver slot. First play in for Dan Smith on offense, touchdown. Not a bad way to get in.
1 for 1. That's what we like to see here. Yeah, Daniel Smith a little undersized, but he's fast. I mean, he's sneaky and fast with that. That undersized comes a little advantage as well. I mean, you can't really see him hiding behind the line.
So, yeah, he got out there and no one was even ready for him.
Yeah, and I think when you see the same receivers on every play, you can look, okay, I got Dom Keister number 3, or I'm guarding number 3, I'm guarding number 3, and then that defender is looking for number 3, and he's not there. You got Daniel Smith, hard to find,
yeah,
and he gets the score.
Yeah, absolutely wide open. We saw the same thing. Tristan Glasby on the outside or in the second quarter, I believe, just wide open in the corner of the end zone.
Surprised not to see any celebration for Daniel Smith. He's got that swagger.
He did a little jump. He jumped up, hit sides with Conrad. Very humble Snowbird team here. O'Connell keeps a good ring around all of them, not letting their heads get too big at least.
So 4:10 left in this third quarter. Snowbirds now spreading this thing out a little bit. 2 quick strikes gave them a touchdown to start the half, and then that offensive possession gives them a 30-point lead.
Yeah, Snowbirds maybe looking to get a onside kick recovery and get a running clock going here. They got Tristan Glasby up, generally the onside and squib kick guy.
Tristan, who has a touchdown tonight, gets the kick off. This time it's a longer kick for him, though. He's going to get it back to Sailors, who fields it at his own 20. Oh, what a nice hit there for the Snowbirds. That's big number 33, Chris Grody, getting in there. Really the first time we've called his name on defense. It was special teams, I suppose, but a big hit for Grody there.
Yeah, Chris Grody, definitely underrated on defense. He's great at tracking the ball, and like you saw there, Pat, he just makes the tackle. That was open field tackle, just one-on-one. That was tough. Both running at each other, and he just came down, broke down, and grabbed the ankles.
Yeah, he's a hard hitter. Sailor picked that ball up, and Grody took a little bit of a gamble there. If his job was contained, he took a gamble, but he was able to make the play.
I think he was one of the burners. He full speed up the field. They had Dilly out here and contained on this side, so it was safe up there. He reminds me a little bit of Cal Gilling. Not quite as big.
Yep.
But just a little similar to Cal Gilling with those big shoulder pads.
I was going to say, the way that he wears the shoulder pads, how big they are, you can spot Grody from a mile away, and Gilling was the same way. Oh, Lindsey gets the ball, but all over that in the backfield, of course, Dylan Acevedo, and he just jumps right up.
Yeah, if you saw that one, Dylan Acevedo slid between I guess that would be the tight end and the tackle.
Right.
For the Warriors, slid right between them. It was in the backfield before the handoff even happened.
And a big hit, and he just pops right back up. That's something else to see. Even when you hit somebody, sometimes you're a little slow to get up, but not Dylan.
Not Dylan. Always looking to bring the heat.
3 minutes, 30 seconds left in this third quarter. Warriors have a 2nd and 12 at their own 26-yard line. Sailors in the gun, McGee to his right, Lindsey in motion. Stop if you heard this before. This time Sailor keeps it, a big hit, and then he drags a couple Snowbirds. I don't know who that was initially. Was it Dylan again, Acevedo, or was it one of the big fellas?
I think it was one of the big guys. I think it was Patrick Bellinger.
Okay.
I believe he was the first to hit him. But, yeah, gang tack, when we talked about it again, there were 7 guys on him when he hit the ground.
Yeah, that was a big hit and a nice crunch by PB there. Less than 3 to play now. It'll be a 3rd and about 5 for the Warriors. In this third quarter, Snowbirds really started to pull away in this third quarter.
Yeah, looking to expand that lead. One more touchdown, give them a running clock, I believe, Pat. Is that correct? 35 points?
Yep, in the second half, yep.
Yeah, O'Connell definitely likes to get home early, go to the restaurant, and go home and sleep.
You think he sleeps much on game nights?
Coach O'Connell never sleeps. I shouldn't have lied.
There's a throw. They finally get Lindsey, and some nice blocking. He's going to get pushed out of bounds by Tristan Glasby at the 50. And Lindsey was looking for a flag after that, after he got tackled at the 49. So a nice pitch and catch. We haven't seen that since mid-second quarter. But they get a first down, that
definitely
connection.
Successful for the Warriors. Those short passes to Lindsey, he gets so many yards after catch. There it was about 15.
And it was nice blocking over there on the left side. Mecky Marsh was actually the outside receiver for the Warriors, and he had a nice block initially on Glasby. Conrad Cordy over there for the Snowbirds as well.
Yeah, Tristan Glasby played great defense there. Usually not in that position. With Dom out right now, Conrad Cordy's at safety, and Tristan Glasby's at corner over on the right side of the defense, left side of the offense.
And Brody Jeffers out at the other corner position. So Conrad Cordy shades his way with the 2 receivers out to the right side. Sailors has it. Little screen play over to Lindsey. Breaks the first tackle, but the second one he won't. And it was Grody over there making the play on the far side for the Snowbirds. First guy missed, second guy wrapped up and made the play for St. Mary's.
Yeah, about a minute 30 left here in the third quarter. It's going to be 2nd and 11, I believe, for the Warriors. Yeah, great play by Grody. I mean, Two's an amazing athlete. He broke that tackle. I mean, he caught the ball moving backwards with the guy 5 feet away from me. Still broke the tackle, but brought down by Chris Grody. Good contained there by Chris from the linebacker spot.
Yeah, Lindsey was off balance, like you said. It's tough to break a tackle when you're in balance going at a guy, but he was off balance on his back foot, still able to break that initial tackle. But nice job by Grody chasing him down. Like you said, Brady, we got 2nd 11. 60 seconds to play in the third quarter. Snowbirds' big 30-point lead here at Forest Area. Sailors got it, drops back to pass. Snowbirds bring 5, a deep pass downfield. Oh, and getting free from Tristan Glaspie was Mecky Marsh, but the ball was slightly overthrown. Tristan just got turned around there.
Yeah, although number 2 is the main threat, Conrad Cordy's got to see the eyes of that quarterback. I mean, he looked right at number 1 from the moment that ball was snapped. He's got to read that and come over top. Give Tristan some help there. As a new cornerback, Conrad's got to make that read.
So a missed opportunity there for the Warriors. Sailor gets the play call from his head coach on the sideline. He'll run it into the huddle.
45 seconds left here on the clock. 3rd and 11 for the Warriors. Right on the 50-yard line.
Mecky Marsh is here near side, out wide. Lindsey to the right side. McGee to the left of Sailor, who's in the gun. He has it at his own 45. Drops back, sets his feet, throws, and again, Marsh this time just a little bit overthrown. Tristan Glaspie, Conrad Cordy in the vicinity for the Snowbirds.
Yeah, with those new rules, I mean, it's tough. So we got to get our own balls, and the Warriors got a lineman running. I mean, great effort by that lineman. 30 yards downfield to go get that ball, run it all the way back, and get his play. Just a great teamwork over there.
How many times have you seen a center go spot the own ball? I mean, that's something that you'll see this year at the
That's
MHSA.
never going to get used to that.
I'm not. I'm not. I don't think a lot of 300-pound centers are going to be getting the ball and spotting it 30 yards downfield after an incomplete pass. But Xavier Navoni is not that for the Warriors.
Yeah, we've seen this from the Warriors quite a few times. They let the play clock run down and then call a timeout when it's just about to hit 0, and that's what they did here.
We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have 43 seconds left in this third quarter. Snowbirds lead 42-12 on Next Level Broadcasting. All right, welcome back into Snowbird football here on Next Level Broadcasting. 4th and about 10.5 for the Warriors. Snowbirds will drop Conrad Cordy back near the 40-yard line to play that first down line. We'll see if they go for it. Down 30, I think they will. Here's Sailor. He drops back, throws. It is knocked down, almost picked off by Conrad Cordy, but he was able to get his hands on it, and the Snowbirds will take over on downs on the Warriors' side of the 50.
Yeah, probably a smart move by Conrad to pick that ball off. He had 2 guys coming at him. If he caught that, they'd have lost 10 yards, but now they get it a little bit better field position. Hopefully they can get a score on the board before the end of the third and get that running clock for the entire fourth.
Yeah, he did it on purpose.
We like to think so. Maybe he's got some slippery gloves as well. We saw he had one other drop earlier in this game, that slam. I mean, tough throw, tough catch, but yeah, another 2. That's the second one by Conrad. 40 seconds left here in the
First
third.
and 10 on the Warriors side of the 50. Like you said, Snowbirds probably still going to try to be aggressive until they can get that running clock for the fourth quarter. Chris Koshoniak. Nope, it's going to be Brody Jeffers under center, back to that I formation. Haven't seen this since the first drive. Grody at fullback. He fakes a handoff to Koshoniak, keeps it himself, so he had 2 lead blockers, only able to get a couple of yards.
Yeah, about 2 yards on that play by Brody Jeffers. Yeah, I mean, tough play. When you can have your quarterback run behind your 2 running backs, that's just scary, Pat. I mean, you got an extra blocker. I mean,
right?
How do you stop that? Like that, I guess.
Yeah, I guess they did it. Yeah, they collapsed it pretty quick. Only a couple yards gained for Brody Jeffers. And the clock is ticking down to 12 seconds. That's why you see the Snowbird players running towards their sideline. And so that will do it for the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, it's the Snowbirds 42, the Warriors 12. When we come back, we'll have fourth quarter action here on Next Level Broadcasting. Welcome back to fourth quarter action here on Next Level Broadcasting. I'm Pat O'Connor, joined tonight by Brady Hunter, Alex Pudvin on the camera, Luke Dadema on the board, and Charles Strail leading the charge here for Next Level Broadcasting. Thank you. We're going to take a second here to thank one of our sponsors. Brady Hunter, take it away with the Gaylord Eye Care Center.
Yeah, Gaylord Eye Care Center has been offering trusted, high-quality eye care for over 29 years with locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Sheboygan, and Bel Air. They're committed to serving you and your visual needs. Don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and experience their friendly and experienced staff.
Just saw a run here from Chris Kashoniak up the left side of the line. He was brought down after about a 5-yard gain, and he'll do his best to spot the football. We also like to thank Dadema Media tonight. Of course, Luke Dadema running our board here. If you're like many other businesses and need help building an online presence, then Data Media is your solution to all your digital broadcasting needs. Call today and tell them we sent you at Dadema Media. Brody Jeffers under center for the Snowbirds, about 3rd and 5. Looking to pick up a first down. He fakes to his left and he hands to Conrad Cordy. He's got a head of steam and a lead. He's down to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Conrad Cordy. 45 yards to the house.
Wow, that was some speed by Conrad Cordy there. I mean, he got the ball and he was gone there on the sideline. 1 or 2 good blocks by the Snowbirds, and I mean, that's all they needed.
Great job, Conrad Cordy. Found the outside, like you said, Brady. Nice blocking. There's just so many weapons. I mean, the Snowbirds can beat you with so many different guys and so many different ways.
Yeah, and that's a special athlete there. I mean, he's 6'4", probably sitting around 200, 185 pounds, and he's moving faster than anybody else on the field.
And he's worked his butt off all summer. I mean, he's been in the gym a lot, shooting a lot of hoops, getting ready for basketball season, of course, but it's nice to see him out here on the football field making plays like that, too. Trying to find some room. Was that Dylan Acevedo?
Yeah, Dylan Acevedo. We saw him in the backfield as a tailback. Brody Jeffers, great lead blocking, but not quite enough for Dylan to get in the end zone.
So it'll be 48-12, 11:22 to play in the fourth quarter. We'll say thanks to the Next Level Sandbag. Charles Strail with Next Level Sandbag. Are you looking to protect your waterfront investment from high water levels but don't want to spend a fortune? Call Next Level Sandbag, and their experienced staff will help put together a plan to mitigate your exposure to water damage. Next Level Sandbag. So a nice touchdown run there from Conrad Cordy, 45 yards. They've done it in the air. They've done it on the ground. They had a defensive touchdown to start the game. Snowbirds just hurt you in a lot of different ways. And Brady, that's one thing that I think if you're familiar with the Snowbird program at all, we know all about all the seniors that this program graduated. I'm talking to one right now. But just to have so many guys step up this year already, make a ton of plays for the Snowbirds, that's exciting for the Snowbirds program.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Pat, you said it. I mean, a lot of seniors graduated last year. But, I mean, a lot of underrated guys last year, a lot of juniors, Chris Kashoniak, Dominic Keister, Dylan Acevedo, Ian Cool, weren't really looked at a ton last year just because we had such a huge senior presence. But this year, I mean, they're just as good as we were. I mean, they're just out here playing as hard as they can every day.
And I think with how talented that senior class was, we'll see that in the other sports this year, too, in baseball and basketball, too. There's a lot of talent. That senior class had so much athleticism that we can overlook it, but there's a lot of talent still in this school and a lot of boys who give a lot of effort as they take down the Warrior ball carrier at about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Chris Grody, again, their special teams animal. I mean, I believe this is third special teams tackle, which is tough just in that much open field.
So we got the running clock now. And it'll be first down for the Snowbirds, or excuse me, for the Warriors at the 40-yard line. Patrick Ballinger in there. He'll probably be at the nose for the Snowbirds. And we'll see if the Warriors are going to take a couple shots here to try to get a quick strike. Clock running, 10:43 to play in Forest area in the fourth quarter. It hasn't been a big, a quick lead. Snowbirds jump out to it and then they take their foot off the gas. It's just been kind of they call it a crock pot. You just slowly turn the heat up, and it takes a while to cook. So it's really taken 3 quarters to get this one going. As Lindsey makes a catch, but he's wrapped up immediately. Oh, jeez.
I mean, he hit him in bounds and he slowly went down with him out of bounds. And that same official who's called a lot of those penalties in the Snowbirds throws another flag.
I mean, you're finishing the tackle. It wasn't like it was a guy flying in from 15 yards away making a late hit. You're just finishing the tackle that you started in bounds. That's a questionable call.
Yeah, questionable call to say the least, but Snowbird spirits still seem high. I mean, they're just running around having fun. That was Brody Ingles there on the tackle. Might have been the first play in by him, just a little excited, a little amped up to go. And we like to see the energy.
I was going to say, is that a play, if you're Coach O'Connell, I mean, obviously it's a personal foul. You never want to pick up a 15-yard penalty, but when you're finishing a tackle like that and you're already going to the ground, if you're Brody, is that one, if you're Coach O'Connell, that you kind of let go maybe?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of penalties like that. I mean, when you're trying really hard and that you get a penalty because of that, like you just saw right there, Pat, then I think Coach O'Connell's going to let that one slide.
It's like in basketball if you get a foul on a box out. I mean, at least you're there and you might pick up a foul, but you're boxing someone out. There's another big hit.
Big hit by the freshman Dylan Croft up the middle. I mean, he's not afraid of anything. That's a senior quarterback. I mean, running straight at him, and he just filled the hole, made contact, and then picked him up and threw him on the ground.
And Saylor's a little bit slow to get up after that big hit from the freshman Croft. Talk about a kid that likes boxing out on the basketball court, Dylan Croft.
Dylan Croft, excellent basketball player. I mean, excellent athlete all around.
He'll put a body on you, that's for sure. 9:15 to go. Again, running clock here in the fourth quarter with the Snowbird lead above 35 points. Lindsey will get the play call from the sideline.
Yeah, a little bit of a different look we got here from the Snowbirds. We got Ian Cool as probably a right 3 tech, and then Daniel Powers on the left side. We got Dylan Croft, Brody Ingles behind him, with Tristan Glasby, Daniel Smith, Conrad Cordy at safety, and Dylan Acevedo, who I don't believe has left the field for a single play tonight.
He's been all over the place. The speedy number 11. Saylor will keep it this time, and nearly wrapped up by Acevedo, but he actually was able to break that tackle from Dylan, and he scampered enough to get the first down.
Yeah, a rare miss by Dylan. I mean, that would have held him to would have been 3rd and about 4 if Dylan wrapped that up. But yeah, just barely got over the first down marker. Yeah, Snowbirds' offense and defense very evenly spread out throughout this whole game, so it's definitely hard to pick a standout. I mean, Dylan defensively has just been an absolute beast. What do you think offensively?
I mean, Dom Keisher's been all over the field. Conrad Cordy. You like to see Daniel Smith, Tristan Glasby. Yeah. It really has been spread out, and that's just a sign and testament to the depth and the different weapons the Snowbirds have. Daniel Smith here in at corner on our near side.
2 juniors out here on this side, Brody Ingles, Daniel Smith.
This time it's a keeper. This time it was Lindsey on the keeper in the Wildcat formation. He gets down to the 25-yard line, picks up about 5 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Warriors.
Yeah, great sportsmanship. Conrad Cordy helping him off the ground after he makes the tackle. Just love to see it out here, just everybody being friendly.
We're down to 7 minutes and 40 seconds to play in this one. A lot of the number 2s out here for the Snowbirds on defense.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see that Wildcat for the rest of the night. Number 12's off the field right now. It might be a little dinged up, and probably want to save him for the next couple weeks. You got the motor in number 2 that can probably keep going forever. I mean, same with Dylan. He hasn't left the field, I don't think.
Yeah, Sailor's had a couple of tough hits, including that last one by Dylan Croft that he took. Forest area next week, they'll travel to Bel Air to take on the Eagles, and this time it'll be another run up the middle, and he lowers his shoulder, able to gain a couple more yards. Who did he lower his shoulder against?
I think that he lowered it on Sam. I mean, he met that guy a foot off the ground. That was, wow. That was just amazing. Amazing athleticism shown there by number 2. I mean, he just lowered, seriously, a foot off the ground, 2 feet off the ground, met him down there.
He who gets low wins, and we have an injured player, and it is going to be Lindsey.
Well, I hope that's not a head or neck injury. I mean, that was a pretty good hit.
We'll step aside when we come back. We'll have the last 6 minutes, 41 seconds of this one. Snowbirds 48, Warriors 12 on Next Level Broadcasting. We're back after the injury timeout, and they'll get the clock running again. Josh Saylor takes the play to the huddle. Getting his first time of the night, number 5, Aiden Johnson, a freshman. We'll see where he lines up.
Looks like we got 2 out to the right for the Warriors, 1 in the backfield.
Oh, they needed to check. I guess it looked like they had a little bit too many guys on the field, so they check one out late, and Saylor's going to keep it himself. He's going to bounce outside to the left, and here comes all 8 Snowbirds to stuff him up, and he still didn't go down.
Yeah, I mean, 12 is just a very strong senior. I mean, you saw it there, 8 guys on him, and he didn't fall down, but great to see it again. Great gang tackling by the Snowbirds. Every single player on the team just piling up.
So it'll be 4th and 1, 5:37 with the clock ticking. Josh Saylor, I mean, Brady, this looked like it could have been a close game, especially with the explosiveness that we saw in that first quarter from Saylor and Lindsay, but the Snowbirds have really neutralized it. What'd they do? Did they just send more guys at Josh Saylor, give him less time to make those plays to Lindsay?
Yeah, I think the adjustment they made was really sending an extra guy over towards the quarterback, and that just gave him just enough or not enough time to get the ball downfield to number 2. I mean, Lindsay's super fast on the sideline, streaking up the side. No one can stick with him, except if you can get the quarterback before he can get rid of the ball. I mean, that's what the Snowbirds have been doing.
Yeah, you need time to allow that separation to happen on the outside. And Conrad Cordy, he's athletic enough to stay with Lindsay for as long as he needs to before those big fellas up front could get to the quarterback. And that really was the change for the Snowbirds. So with 4:51 left in the quarter and in the game, we'll have another timeout for their Warriors. I believe that's their last of the half. That gives us a chance to thank one of our sponsors for tonight's game. At Berkshire Hathaway, if you're looking for your dream home or nervous to purchase your first home, then you need to contact Leslie Burrows and Nancy Jacob, your local Berkshire Hathaway affiliates. They're a real estate tandem you can trust, and after serving northern Michigan and the surrounding areas for over 30 years, there's nothing that they haven't seen. If you're making a long-term commitment to real estate investment, why wouldn't you seek the counsel of long-term, proud, and proven agents? They're here to help you make the right move. Call Nancy at 989-614-3327 or Leslie at 989-614-1114. 4:54 to play in this one. Snowbirds well on their way to their second Ski Valley Conference victory of the season. Of course, it's a shortened season. Next week, the Snowbirds will travel over to Posen. They'll play a non-conference game over Northeast at Gaylord. They'll take the long trip over across 32 and then up all the way to Posen.
Yeah, seems like the Snowbirds are going to be sitting the top of the Ski Valley this year. I mean, Pellston, Snowbirds, and Onaway all with big wins. I don't know how Onaway and Pellston are doing tonight.
Pellston had Bel Air. Onaway had St. Helen, Charlton, Heston. So we'll see how that game. And there's a big scrum, and they're going to break free. And the ball came out, and it went out of bounds. And so it should be a 1st and goal. Yeah. Inside the 5?
Just a dive by the Warriors. They're super effective. Was able to pop it outside, and ball came out. Yeah, went about the 5-yard line. Went out of bounds.
So it'll be 1st and goal. 4.5 to play. Josh Saylor, after that long run, has to run all the way back to his coach, and then he'll run the play back in.
Yeah, you see the coach starting to creep out there a little bit, getting as close as he can, trying to minimize that run.
Is Lindsay back in there, number 2 for the Warriors? I think he is.
Looks like it, Pat.
So that's good to see. He came off with an injury just a couple minutes ago, so good to see him back in the game for the Warriors.
Great to see those 2 leaders back on the field. Seniors, you never want to see him miss a snap.
Now we're under 4. Saylor in the gun. He sends Lindsay in motion. He hands it to Lindsay. He's got the edge, and he's going to have a touchdown, and he high steps his way to the end zone in a 36-point game.
Yeah, no flag again by the official on the questionable taunting, I guess, by number 2.
So with 3:49 to play, Snowbirds a 30-point lead. They'll be going for 2. Josh Saylor will get the play call from his head coach. Next week around the Ski Valley, Bel Air has Forest Area. We already told you St. Mary's going up to Posen. Central Lake will host Onaway. And Pellston will take on St. Helen, Charleston, Heston. That's Onaway's opponent tonight.
Yeah, a lot of games. People are a lot of 8-man teams playing against the same guys. As we see, not as quite as many people in the 8-man league as we have in the 11-man league.
Sailor alone in the backfield. He'll keep it himself. He looks to pass. Now he's going to run. Tries to cut back. There is a lane in there for him, and he gets across for the 2-point conversion, their first successful 2-point conversion of the game. And the Snowbird lead is cut to 28 with under 4 to play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I believe that makes the clock stop as well, Pat, which may elongate this game a little bit. Score goes under 35 lead, or the Snowbirds lead goes under 35 points.
I thought the rule used to be if the lead had to be under 28 points once you got it to 35. So, like, they had to score 2 touchdowns. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know that one. The clock's not running right now, so.
Well, it will always stop on touchdowns, even if it was still running.
Even a running clock?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
We'll
Look
see.
at the knowledge out of this guy.
I mean, I could be totally wrong. You know, that could be a COVID restriction. So
yeah.
the
I wonder if they're going to go for an onside here. What do you think, Pat?
I
Or
think
if they're just going to play it out.
I think you got to go for the onside kick.
I mean, yeah,
It is
28
8
points,
man,
4
quick
minutes.
strike.
You never know, yeah. I mean, with the speed on Lindsey and the arm on 12, if they can get him 3 seconds to get the ball downfield, I mean, 3 quick scores can happen just like that. I guess 4. I'm pretty bad at math.
It would be 4, at least. So they'll kick off from the 40-yard line.
Another rule in 8-man, you can only have 4 people on one side of the ball on a kickoff. That way you avoid all 7 people being right on the sideline, so there's not a huge pile. So you can only have 4 on one side of the kicker.
That would make onside kicks even more interesting.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, how do you stop that?
Snowbirds, all 8 guys within 15 yards of that line. Here comes the kick. And, did it finally go 10 yards? It did, and I think it was Daniel Smith. Nope. Who ended up hopping on that for the Snowbirds?
It looked like another flag.
What's the flag?
It looked like Brody Ingles there hopped on the ball.
Did Forrest Area grab it before the 10 yards?
He made a kicking motion, so I don't know. I believe if they do that though, we're allowed to select to
Just
take the ball. Yeah,
Right. And that's what Coach O'Connell will do.
if he's given the option. I mean, we saw
Right.
earlier with
Yeah.
the interesting call on the double kick where they just had him re-kick from 5 yards back, which doesn't seem like much of a penalty if you're going for an onside
No,
anyway.
not at all. So the Snowbirds will come out from the sideline. Tristan Glaspie will go under center.
Yeah, it looks like the flag was picked up there.
Okay. So 1st and 10, it's going to get handed off. Is that Brody Engel? No,
it's
that's
Chris
Grody. That's Grody running all the way
Powers
to the
into
end zone. That's a touchdown. Quick handoff.
Wow, he was right through that hole. Quicker than we could look.
And Chris Grody.
Yeah, very respectful. Runs the ball back right to the official's feet, right where he's supposed to.
Yeah, there's no touchdown dances in 8-man football.
Not for the Snowbirds. Coach O'Connell would not be okay with that one. And the lead goes back to 34 points for the Snowbirds.
That's good quick math.
Quick math, thank you.
So I guess Grody does have the extra gear.
He showed it right there. You should never question Grody. He really turned it on that one.
Nice big long run for Chris Grody and a touchdown. Tristan Glaspie this time in the gun. Chris Koshoniak to his left. Grody to his right. Glaspie's going to keep it. He's got room around the outside. Oh, he got hit. I don't think he saw that linebacker.
Yeah, he was kind of hiding behind the line. I don't think Tristan saw the number 12 film. Film looked like C-gap, I guess, and making contact with him right at the line. A pretty big hit there.
He had enough room, I think, to get there, but he kind of pulled up, stopped running, and he paid for it.
Yeah, for sure.
So 54-20. And the Snowbirds will be kicking off to the Warriors. I would expect a long kick again. Tristan Glaspie, we saw last time, kick it all the way down the field, down to the 25-yard line. So I'd expect more of that from the Snowbirds.
Yeah, that's great to see from Tristan. Just see he has the leg to get it back to the last receiver. I mean, he kicked it, to the 15-yard line last time in the air. Not quite as much as Dom Keister, but that way they're able to do the onside and the deep kick with the same kicker.
So Tristan will run it out there. Place it at the 40-yard line. 3:37 to go. And the Warriors break their huddle. No head out there as Tristan places it on the tee at the 40-yard line. Update from Gaylord. Cadillac topped the Blue Devils tonight 21-7, so 2 close losses for Gaylord in the Big North to start their season.
Yeah, Pat checking the updates on his Google phone. Very rare find here. Snowbirds line up. Looks like a deep kick again.
Sorry, I don't have an
Glasby to
iPhone
kick.
like all the cool kids. Glasby set to kick, and he does a little squib kick. Oh, it was touched 10 yards up, and now it's kicked around. The ball's still free. Finally, they jump on it just on the other side of the 40. It's like a pinball when it stays low like that.
That looked a little inadvertent by Tristan. I don't think he was trying to do the onside kick, but the guy in the front line was able to jump up and touch it. Looks like we got about 3 minutes, 33 seconds on the clock. Snowbirds up 34. Ball will be on the 38-yard line, and 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Daniel Smith out there, Brody Ingalls, Conrad Cordy. Nate Starsenich also up on the line for the Snowbirds, so some of the number 2s getting some time here late in the game with a big lead.
Yeah, it's great. That's awesome for playoffs especially, just getting your number 2s in the rotation because you never know who's going to go down when it could be your last play. So it's great to see Brody Ingalls and Daniel Smith. I mean, everybody out there on the Snowbirds team right now except looks like Croft and Cordy are still out there. But, yeah, great to see the reps rotate.
Quarterback keeper here up the left side. He gets about 5-6 yards. He's still turning his feet and finally broke down up to the 9. First contact was 4 yards past the line of scrimmage, and he got 5 more after that. So a nice hard run. Josh Saylor still chugging his feet and trying to pick up first downs for the Warriors.
Yeah, that senior quarterback, I mean, Josh Saylor, just a powerful, patient runner. I mean, you saw it right there. He stood in the pocket for about 3 seconds, maybe not quite that long, 2 seconds waiting for a hole to develop, and he saw it on the outside and just went. Now, when player of the game comes to mind, Pat, who do you got right now for the Snowbirds? I think for the Forest area, it's pretty easy. I mean, number 2, Lane Lindsay, he's been extraordinary all over the field. I mean, he has an interception, a couple touchdowns, a couple 2-point conversions.
He's been all over the place. Man, the Snowbird side, we might have to talk about that one for a while because it's just there's so many guys that have contributed tonight on both sides of the ball. Who do you got, Charles? Yeah, I'm leaning that way too. Number 3 for the Snowbirds had a really nice night, including an interception, a couple of nice catches, 2 touchdowns. And that time Forest area picks up the first down.
Yeah, welcome to Varsity. Number 24, Dylan Croft, just got hammered in the A-gap by the quarterback. He handled it well, grabbed onto the feet, and brought him down earlier than the last time. But, yeah, Snowbirds, again, 8 people on the ball carrier when they hit the ground.
Coach O'Connell's still out on the field. He never stops coaching. It doesn't matter what the score is, how late in the game it is. He's always coaching up the players that are on the field.
Yeah, one of the great things about Coach, he's able to keep you guys humble. I mean, no matter what, the bigger you're up, the more he yells, the more he critiques what you're doing. I mean, he's all about perfecting the game like it's an art. That's all Coach O'Connell.
Lindsey gets it. And nice gang tackle over there for the Snowbirds. First getting over there. Oh, we got a flag. Okay.
Looked like Brody Jeffers, maybe on the first one to that play. And then, yeah, gang tackle. I mean, 24, Croft was in on it. So was Conrad Cordy, it looked like.
We'll see what the flag is. It's going to be a false start. Okay.
Legal Can you deny a false start or an illegal procedure?
So the center picks up the ball, walks at the official as he steps in.
Right at the toe, I guess, is the spot. Yeah, like you said, I mean, or Charles said, Dom Keister, standout player tonight. I think it's between him, Chris Grody, and Conrad Cordy tonight. Conrad has 2 touchdowns and the pick.
Yep.
It's just hard to choose. I mean, Chris Grody, a powerhouse on offense and defense. He's got a touchdown, maybe 2. I don't remember. They got 54 points here.
So it'll be 1st and 15, buck 22 and counting here in this game. Snowbird 34-point lead. Coach DeLong still yelling. He doesn't give up either. Saylor keeps it, and he's brought down near the original line of scrimmage at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, I believe that was Nate Starsenich and Dylan Croft on that play.
Nice job by Starsenich getting in there, making a tackle. 44 seconds and counting here.
Yeah, time's running down here. They probably got maybe one more play after this. After this one we're going to see here, but I think this might be the last one, Pat.
Late check-in here for the Snowbirds. Pat Ballinger will take a seat.
Daniel Powers in for the Snowbirds.
All right. Keeping that Powers tradition alive. He moves like a Powers.
He does move like a Powers.
He looks like Rudy out there, too. Direct snap here to a back for the Warriors.
And on the tackle, Daniel Powers.
Yeah, Daniel Powers getting in there and getting a tackle.
And I believe that'll be all, folks. Time running down. We got about 5 seconds on the clock. Snowbirds 54, Warriors 20.
That's the final here. Fans from both sides stand up, give a standing ovation. We're going to step aside for a minute. We're going to discuss player of the game. When we come back, we'll have our final thoughts on player of the game here on Next Level Broadcasting. All right, welcome back to high school football here on Next Level Broadcasting. Final score tonight here from Forest Area High School. The Snowbirds 54, Warriors 20, a nice 34-point Ski Valley win for the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds. We've come to a consensus. It was tough. I mean, you look at so many guys up and down the Snowbird roster had great nights. A bunch of them contributed for 2 touchdowns. We had great defensive plays, nice big chunk plays. I mean, we talked about Brody Jeffers, Chris Koshoniak. We talked about Dom Keister, Chris Grody, Dylan Acevedo. We made mention of it. A lot on defense. Of course, Grody made those great special teams tackles as well. So there's a lot to choose from. But our player of the game tonight, Brady Hunter, we decided.
Yeah, we decided Conrad Cordy for the player of the game tonight. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a whole lot of yards. He's a huge contributor. He made a lot of group tackles on defense and a lot of pass coverages that broke up the pass.
Yeah, I mean, he was one-on-one in Lindsay for most of that first half, and he did a great job. He got burned deep one time, but that was it, and he learned after that first mistake. So congrats, Conrad. You're our player of the game tonight. And, it's just good to see him out there, too, playing football for the Snowbirds.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't play last year, but, I mean, the 6'4" senior, he's a tough cover. He's fast. He's got we saw it, the speed on the sideline. Yeah, Conrad Cordy going to be a huge power play for the Snowbirds this year.
And, I mean, he's grown a lot. And
he's put 3 inches this summer probably.
He's put a ton of work into his Conrad Cordy. So congrats to you again. Final score here from Forest Area. The Snowbirds 54, the Warriors 20. The Snowbirds move to 2-0. Warriors fall to 0-2 on the season here in the Ski Valley. For Luke Datum on the board, Alex Pudvin on the camera, Brady Hunter, I'm Pat O'Connor. Thanks for tuning in, folks, tonight. And we'll talk to you next Friday night. Snowbirds at Posen. Thanks for tuning in on Next Level Broadcasting.